Yeah. What's popping, y'all? What's going on? It's your man Marq Nash. We back here with another one. Great episode of Breaking the Beats. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I can squeeze into those letters. Man, we got a good show for you guys today. We're definitely gonna have a good conversation. And open panel, open discussion as always. And hope you guys enjoying it. I hope you guys ready for a good conversation. Hope you guys ready to participate. Like I said, you are the best part of the show. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna definitely talk about it. We're gonna talk about the arrest, as you can see on the screen. Also, the staff sergeant who was harassing the young man has been arrested. Yeah, man, we got a lot to get into. We're gonna get into that and so much more. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Gonna have a lot of conversations today. I know some people saying, hey, we shouldn't talk about these kind of things. It kind of further traumatizes a lot of people. Then some say, hey, man, we got to talk about these kind of things. So we definitely gonna have an open conversation. I know I hear a lot of people say, heard the people say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But when you came over like this with no shoes at all and shackles, no straps on the boots to pull yourself up by. So we'll talk about it. We're gonna have a very intimate conversation about it, that and so much more. But before we do anything, you already know what we got to do. Got to run that intro, baby. It's your boy Marq Nash, Breaking the Beats. Thank y'all for pulling up. Let's get it.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What's good, my people? We back, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button as y'all come into the room. Reg, what's good, my G? Yo, Reg, you was dropping some jewels yesterday. Definitely part of the inspiration for the show. Heard the conversation that was happening over there with you and Fred. Definitely inspired me to have this conversation today. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going. But shout out to Red, shout out to Naeem Sanders. Thank y'all for pulling up. Shout out to my brother Bakari. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, man. Some race relations here in America. We got to discuss these things. Some people don't like to talk about it. They say it's gaslighting, dog whistling, but I gotta disagree wholeheartedly. But I'm gonna play a record real quick while I wait for the room to populate. This is by yours truly, Marq Nash. I call this one Overtime.
I was always told a true champion can be outpowered. They can lose the battle of speed. They can lose the battle of youth. Father Time waits for no man, but they'll never be outsmarted. They'll find a way to win. Take the titles and the rings, accolades and the chains. Let's compare bar for bar, beat for beat with no names. It seems they're selling their soul just to go gold. Losing religion just to get in the business. I've been the same way since the trenches, since the benches. Gonna be old and great with dentures. Before I let you put a dent in this pimpin', you sweeter than cinnamon. Rappers should listen. Heard that? That was syllable flipping. Hop in the vehicle, continue my mission. Marq Nash, I'll be up in the kitchen. I can serve you a biscuit or give you the business. Won't give passes to passengers and backseats bitching. If you in my circle, gotta earn your keep. If not, I'm the Undertaker. Imagine all the urns I see. We lost friends along the way, but we didn't lose no sleep because the wolves don't run with the sheep.
Feeling like a champ with my back to the ropes. Hey. Work so hard every day, I know. Hey. One day we gon' be standing on top, sitting on top, looking down below. Singing we made it, we made it.
Working, yeah, that's for
never satisfied. Every day we gotta grow.
We gotta grow.
We got so far we can go.
You know.
So we work overtime,
work.
All the time,
Push.
Overtime,
work.
All the time,
Push.
Overtime,
work.
All the time,
Push.
Overtime.
Work. Been through the ups and downs, took a lot of hits. Trial and error, I tried it all but never quit. Heard them say you can reap what you sow, so I bet on myself even when the odds are low.
True,
Sometimes
very
I
true,
admit
Reg.
myself, I get bored producing and mixing myself. Still I record. A wise man said high risk, high reward. So I retort to what I do best. I do that.
Drew, what up?
At your jug of love like a brunette. Who that? In jacuzzis with blondes, redheads, and brunettes. Serving back to back like a duplex. Haters get a suplex. Then they crew next. I'm yelling who next? So much heart like I got two chests. So many death threats, I might need a few vests. One love, one God, got one gun with me. If you plan to take me out, I'ma take you with me.
Like shit with my back to the ropes.
Hey.
Work so hard every day, I know.
Hey.
One day we gon' be standing on top. Standing on top, looking down below. Say we made it. Yeah, we made it.
We working, yeah, that's for
Never
certain.
satisfied, every day we gotta grow.
We gotta grow.
We got so far we can go.
You know.
So we work overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime.
Mark, I got a question for you. What is it gonna take for you to take that leap of faith and really go out and get your dreams and your goals and everything you have out there that's waiting for you? Look, you're on the right path because you're working right now and your competition sleep. Your competition still out celebrating their last victory while you in the gym because you know the fairy tale's over. You're not gonna go out and buy a candy bar with a golden ticket in it and now you own Snickers, M&M, and Mars. It's not gonna happen, man. You gotta work and believe in yourself. Listen, you can't talk to people about $1 million deals, 6-figure deals, 5-figure deals, and you ain't even invested $100 into yourself. I believe we all are blessed with unique skills, talents, and gifts. I challenge each and every one of you to find yours.
Shit with my back to the ropes.
Hey.
Work so hard every day, I know.
Hey.
One day we gon' be standing on top, standing on top, looking down
At the
below.
top of my lungs
Say
saying we made it, we made it,
yeah,
we
we
made it.
made it.
We working, yeah, that's for
Never
certain.
satisfied, every day we gotta grow.
We gotta grow.
We got so far we can go.
You know.
So we work overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime,
Work.
all the time,
Push.
overtime.
Work.
Yeah, man. Overtime, man. We got to put in that work. Shout out to everybody pulling up. I got time. I'm gonna play one more because, like I said, this is the only topic I'm gonna do today. I ain't gonna really bounce around to a lot of other things, man. So I'm gonna play one more. I'm gonna play one more, and we're gonna get started. I call this one. I'll play this one, and we're gonna get started. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the room to populate a little bit more, and I'm gonna twist one of them things up, man. So CBD for the pain. But yeah, man, this shit is it's a very serious conversation that we gotta have. It's an open conversation. Shout out to Derek Lincoln. What up? Mike Lewis, what up? Brother Bakari just pulled up. Peace to you. D Hodges in the building. My brother Aon Jack here. Bakari, what's up, man? Mike Lewis, the truest. Hey, Mike, I was trying to hit you up too, man. When the show over, man, we can link up and we can work on that Black Madonna after we done with this one. Aon Jack in the building. Let me play one more record, guys, and I'm gonna throw it right to you. Pause. How y'all feeling though? Everybody good?
What's going on, man?
Peace to you, my brother. Peace to you.
I'm good, brother.
Yeah, man. We play one more joint, and we definitely gonna start this show. Trying to find the record. Yeah.
Mark,
yeah,
I want
man.
to say salute, brother.
Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That's the record I was trying to play too, Ashley. Can't
That
you
last
find
one was real clean. I liked it.
You rocking with it? That's love, man. That's love, man. We trying, man. We trying to do something special every time we come out here, and just trying to, every song ain't got to be the same, right? We can have something that's kind of motivational and try to inspire people and lift people up. You know what I mean? All right, well, fuck it. We're just gonna start the show. How about that? Let's just go and get it going. I was gonna play another record, but yeah, let's go and get it popping. How y'all feel, man? let's start it with the basics, right? You guys can tell people who you are and what you guys got going on, like where they can follow you at. Let's start there.
Okay,
you
I guess I'll go first, or is Bakari?
Y'all can go in any order of y'all can go in order of appearance. How about that? So brother Bakari, you can go first.
All right, peace. Yeah, I'm Brother Bakari. My channel is Brother Bakari and Marq Nash. Man, this is an excellent topic. Actually, I'm still going to do it, but this is a topic that I was going to talk about. It wasn't going to be the title, but it was going to be the topic. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you pulled up, man, and I'm glad we can discuss it together. Brother Jet, tell the people who you are and what part of the world you coming from, and how they can follow you if they want to reach you, sir. It's on you, Jet. Jet, your mic muted, bro. Jack, your mic is muted, or is my mic muted? Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, Jack, we was trying to go to you. We'll come back to you though. If you can hear me, just unmute your mic whenever you're ready. Sir Senior, what's up? Derek Lincoln, what's up? Andrew Charles, what's up? D Hodges up there in Boston, what's up, man? And shout out to Reggie Owens. So basically, man, in a nutshell, y'all see what's going on in the news. We got a couple things we want to talk about. I was talking about earlier. I actually had a different title for this, brother Bakar. I was gonna put this picture up as the thumbnail, and I was gonna call it "Pull Yourself Up by Your Bootstraps." And I showed the picture to my wife, and she said, "The person ain't got no shoes on." I said, "That's the point." Now you feel me, right? So often we hear about people of minority people need to and citizens need to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, but often we are dealing with situations like this young lady right here. She's a criminal and she's been charged. New developments in this case. How do you guys feel about this case right here? As far as her being charged? Go ahead, brother Bakar.
Okay, she should be charged. That's the cop, right? 26 years of service. Thought
Yes,
her taser was a. This is what I think about that. Just imagine how many people she done shot and got away with in 26 years. 26 years ago, wasn't no damn cameras out. Just imagine how many times she have screamed taser, 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 and shot somebody, and then say the guy survived. He'll say, "Well, the woman or the man survived." Well, I heard her say taser. You understand?
Yes, sir.
She got caught because of the cameras being everywhere. Should she be charged? Yep. I don't know how I can go on your channel, so I'll just hold back. So,
Oh no, man, bro, you better keep that shit
in
real.
all honesty, I'm gonna be honest with you. Head need to be cut off. Hers, her families. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh
I'm
shit.
just, if she got little babies, all them motherfuckers. Pardon my French, but that's just how I honestly feel. Because I don't know if nobody else ever been in this, but like my son, he's 17 now. I remember when he was 13, and he was walking from the store, Dollar General, bag in his hand. The cop stopped him on the street, said, "Boy, you look like you're stealing," and poured his stuff on the ground.
What?
And my son was scared to look. He said, "Dad, I thought he was gonna kill me." So I went to the next meeting they had, and I was looking for him. And I told him, if I find him, we'll see if he can do me the way he did my son. And this the point they were trying to teach telling black people, well, don't wear a hoodie. I told my son and my daughter, put your hood on your head. It ain't against the law to wear no damn hood. I wish one of you mother would fuck with my son and my daughter. Watch what happens. It ain't gonna stop till we make it stop. She need jail, but she need to be dead. I'm gonna be honest with you. She need to be dead. All them cops need to be dead. All of them. And the ones that stand with them, they do too. And I got family members that cops, and I don't give a damn. They know how I feel. Family members, people I grew up with became cops. If y'all stand behind that, y'all need to be dead too.
Well, brother, let me ask you this. What just for not that it matters at all, but just for curiosity, what city and state was that in where that occurred?
To my son?
Yes, sir.
In Georgia.
Oh man, I'm right here with you, bro.
Atlanta area, Cobb County.
Oh man, Cobb County, the worst, bro. Yeah, man, it's a lot of racism up there in Cobb County, Gwinnett. You ain't got to tell me. I'm over here I'm in Fulton County right here. So they don't really mess with you that much in Fulton because you blend in, But they do mess with you, but not like in other parts where you don't have, as many such a dense black population. like Cobb County or Gwinnett. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just co-signing what you're saying. Yeah, but that's what I think need to happen. That's me personally.
But listen,
people don't feel like I feel, and that's okay.
Right. And that's right. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. But here's the thing. Do you think that is the answer? Like, do you think, matter of fact, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to this officer. Do you feel, in your opinion, do you believe that this was an accident?
No. I believe she has shot I believe she has shot plenty of people and got away with it. On the fourth, think about 26 years ago. I don't know how old you are. I'm 49, right? Cameras wasn't everywhere like they are now. You feel me?
Correct.
The stuff that they are doing now, they're getting caught because cameras are everywhere. Cameras wasn't everywhere. They've been doing it. Think about Rodney King. Think about it. It just so happened somebody was out there recording.
Right, and cameras were not even common back when Rodney King happened. That guy had a brand new
yeah, like the B.E.A.T.S recorder. Yeah.
And he was just testing it out. He just caught it randomly.
Yeah. So think about that. It's been going on. And they always keep their job, then they resign and get to keep their pension.
Or go work at a neighboring police department. I know a lot of that happens often.
Yeah.
So she did resign. I know some people, it was a little outraged. They said, why did she resign instead of being fired? For those who don't know, it is a process to fire a police officer. It takes a process. You can't just go in there and say you're fired, right? The union gets involved, things like that. They get a union rep, these people come in. But so she did resign. But the police chief resigned as well. In my opinion, I thought that was a protest resignation from the police chief. What do you guys in the chat, as well as you, Brother Bakari, what do you guys think of that resignation from the police chief?
Yeah, they stick together. Yeah, that was a protest. They stick together. He gonna go somewhere else and get a job, right? Be a cop somewhere else. But they stick together. So protest. Because people messing with cops. Because people been saying what they were saying, defund the police, which I don't know what that'll do. You defund the city cops, it's gonna go to the county cops. So you still gonna have the police, right? I don't think that's defunding I don't think defunding the police is the answer, right? You got a mom and a daddy. What they told you when you got punched in the mouth, if the bully kept picking on you, what they told you to do?
Gotta fight back.
Oh, so now that's the answer.
Gotta fight back, man.
That's the answer. And I'm not saying you go out here and just go crazy and start doing stuff, but that's the answer. Like, look at the cops that shot Aubrey in down around Brunswick, Georgia, down that area.
Yes, sir.
Should have been pulled out of the house. Should have been pulled out of the house. But then they go further than the cops, right? Because we have to protect our community from everybody. Look at the brother they just found hanging from a tree in Douglasville, Georgia, about a month ago. You understand? You know what Douglasville at?
Yeah. I know what Douglasville at.
Oh, did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it's like a month ago. I owned a residential trash company. The area he was hung in, I used to ride out there, get trash. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, they riding by all the time. You have the niggers. But they never stopped and said nothing.
Well, racism ain't got no alarm clock. They start that shit at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. See, this is the thing, right? Because you said about race relations, and this is just something I learned in my 49 years of living and listening to some elders. I think it's one group of people that don't understand what racism is. And that's the people that complain about it all the time. Black people. We don't have an understanding of what racism is.
Elaborate on that.
Racism don't mean someone hates you, right? Racism means their race first. They love their race better. And they should. Everybody should love their race better. It's only black people who thinking everything should be equal for everybody. All the other groups are looking for power. And everybody know they can step on black people and get power, but black people want to reach their hands out and be everybody's friend. But don't nobody want to be your friend. They want power. So They're racist by sticking with their race, right? There's a difference between a racist and a bigot. The stuff that we're talking about, there'll be bigots, the hate. That's bigotry, right? So racism, like the term racist, right? I don't want to hog your show, man.
Oh
Go ahead.
no, man. No, man. Nah, you ain't hogging the show, man. We look, bro, like I tell people all the time, without you guys, it is no show. Without y'all, I'm just a guy sitting in here talking to a camera in a room by myself. So I appreciate you guys pulling up, because without you, like I said, it's no show, right?
Okay.
So it's just a dolo rant. So yeah, I love to trade dialogue with you brothers, and I love to hear different point of views. Sometimes we can agree, sometimes we don't. But long as we can show respect at the end of the day, we can come back and do it tomorrow. So it's all love. But go ahead, continue, please. And
The
I'm gonna
word.
pull this clip up for the audience. To show.
I'm gonna show you what the word race. Because D. Hodges say you're a racist if you don't like another race, no matter what nationality it is. That's not true. The word racist come from the word racist, right? When I'm gonna name these three countries, and you look around the Americas and the islands, North America, South America, and all these islands you see. In this country, we speak English, right? That's England, right? South America is mainly Spanish, right? Right?
Okay.
Then Canada and Haiti and New Orleans and parts of Louisiana is French, right? Then you look in Brazil, they speak Portuguese, right? Then you go to the Dutch islands, right? They're all the same race, white people, right? So when they came from Europe, when the Pope, I can't ever say his name, when the Pope wrote the papal bulls and said you could enslave Africans, there was a Christian who said you should enslave Africans and go build a new world, right? They were called racist because they was racing to see who could build the new world first. They had wars with one another too, but when it came to fighting us and came to building this, they were stopped just for a little while to do what they have to do. So they were racing, and since they was racing from Europe to here, they were called racist. That's where the term literally comes from. It had nothing to do with hate. It came from what they were doing to each other, racing to get here. We have been taught that it mean one way, right? But it's okay to, for me, when I learned this and I studied and looked it up and like, wow. So I had to learn something else so I can maneuver a different way in this society. I don't ever talk about someone being a racist because racism is natural. We don't understand the natural world, right? When you look in the jungle, because we are animals, right? Would you say humans are animals? Part of the animal family. So since we are part of the animal family, right? You look and you see the lions run with lions, the cheetahs run with cheetahs, leopards and leopards, hyenas and hyenas, elephants, rhinos, hippo. Everything stick to their own. So now right here in the human, out here as humans, right? We are supposed to be the smartest animal, right? And black people, we like to say we are first and we're dominant and we're this, but we haven't figured out that other races of people have figured out the system and they will stick together. And we are the ones that still reach our hand out because everybody else could, even that pack might have a fight. That pack might have a fight with each other. Not saying Europeans or Asians or Arabs or East Indians don't fight with one another, because they do. But when it comes to running us and being our neighborhoods, running businesses in our neighborhood, controlling our dollar, controlling our economics, they understand what they're supposed to do. They galvanize and they come together.
Okay, I'm gonna pass it around real quick. It sounds like you, and I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like you said other races stick to quote unquote, they stick on code.
When
They
it
can
comes
beef
to
all
dealing with
day.
us,
You're right. They can beef all day, but it's like, hey, we're against the blacks though. Me and you will take a break on our beef for now. But let's pass it around. Let me see what brother Jack says. How you doing, Aeon Jack? Can we hear your mic now?
Yeah, we should be coming in clear.
All right, go ahead. Talk to me, sir.
No problem, no problem. Salute to everybody that's on the show for tonight. Salute to the gentleman in the panel, Marq Nash, of course. Thank you for providing this showcase for us to do our thing
And thank you for pulling up.
discuss these certain topics.
Yes, sir.
No problem, brother. As far as people, I guess, will we call that sticking on code? Is that what what's the terminology we're going to use for this discussion?
I believe that's what the brother said. He said when it comes to us, black people, everyone else can seem to stick the code against us. If I'm not
Right.
mistaken, if I didn't frame that wrong, brother Bakar, if I did, let me know. But what do you think of that?
I mean, that's apparent from all my years of life. You can see that other groups of different people have certain advantages that we don't have, such as infrastructure, to where as we trade our own goods amongst, a community of people, a channel. That's one thing that we lack outside of other distribution resources, such as a CVS or a Lucky Supermarket or whatever. We don't have any distribution chains in which to facilitate actual growth, one in terms of community, also in terms of economics. Uh, just we don't have those kind of infrastructures. That's a one thing that I can look at.
I feel like that's by design though. What do you guys think?
Yes.
So what are solutions? Because I don't want this to. I definitely want to talk about some of these things that are occurring, but I don't want this to walk away just getting people triggered and just have them just have a pity party for ourselves. Do you guys have any solutions? Because shout out to brother Fred. I was listening to him talk yesterday, and he was just so easy to say, and I respect the brother, so I'm not gonna bash him, but we have disagreements fundamentally about a lot of things, as far as what can be progressive, and far as black people, and he'll say things like, just sounds so easy. Build a business, get a business, make your
Yeah.
own business. That's the end all be all. Guys, black people get shot and killed in their own businesses by police. We seen that during the riots. Guys were getting arrested in their own business by police. You can be in your own home sleep. It's not about just you don't like how things are set up economically. Sometimes things are just. I heard somebody say, "Hey, man, if enough black people start selling lemonade, they'll make that shit illegal." If we was doing it on a major, you guys picking up what I'm putting down? If
I'm
the system is
understanding.
set up for you to fail, we can always keep changing the rules. Black people had their own business back in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They burnt the damn city down.
I understand.
But what do you
You
guys
know,
think? What can we do fundamentally to have some actual progressive change?
Bakari, what you got, man?
Oh, okay. I was waiting on you because I had talked a long time and you hadn't been on. I was gonna give you the mic, man. But
No, go ahead, bro.
so I ain't gonna be long. The
Huh.
first thing we have to do, one of the solutions, we have to keep spitting real knowledge and not hate, showing love. I say that 4 pillars of the black neighborhood got to be respect, love, provide, and protect. Those are some of the things that we have to be willing to do. And the way you're gonna be willing to provide, respect one another, right? We have to control our neighborhood. We have to get all those people. And I'll wait till later before I go to the other word I was going to talk about. But we're gonna have to get those. We have to control our neighborhoods. We can't let people, other people come in our neighborhood and they don't do nothing for you. So the first thing we have to do, we do not a boycott, because I don't believe in boycotting, because a boycott is for you change what you're doing to people treat you better. No,
Hmm.
they'll trick you like they're gonna treat you better to keep getting your money. We do the mindset and completely run them out of our neighborhoods. And we open those businesses, then we hold the businesses accountable. If we are supporting those businesses, we hold the businesses accountable. You have to have the people in the community that's making sure you stay open. You're gonna treat us with respect. You're gonna treat us the way you would treat anybody else. We can start businesses, keep our community clean, right? The trash business is a huge business, right? So
Mhm.
why are we paying other people to come inside of our neighborhoods to throw away our trash, right? Those are some of the things. Those are just a couple of the solutions. So I'm gonna yield the mic because I talk for like a whole minute.
It's okay. Go ahead, brother Jack. You want to add something to that? I saw you put something in the chat. You want to elaborate on this? It's a must. Money we got to see. You want to?
Okay, so I just want to follow up on Brother Bakari's point as far as trash collection. So waste disposal is a very lucrative, uh, time-consuming, and necessary. Uh, what would we call that? It's a necessary need.
Right.
I
It's
believe
it's
that's what it is.
infrastructure. It's definitely it's a job that has to get done. It's a necessity. Essential worker, right?
All right. It's an essential job, right? Now that business, it's also a business, but that business is worth multi-million dollars, right? So, if we were to just take all the beer cans out of every household in any uh, area in Chicago, for example, right? So there might be, you know, a million beer cans in just, Chicago alone. All that aluminum can be melted down and turned into something else, right?
Mm.
So that's a very big business that we don't have. Now, there are areas of America to where there's only us, right? There's areas of America where we're the predominant. There's mostly only people like us around. Now, why don't we have any private garbage companies? Now, I understand that the federal government or some facility of government takes care of that function for us, but just collection of your own trash. If you had a company to which uh, we did all the community's garbage collection, and then a share of the profit of this company goes back into, uh, you know, investors from the community. Something like that would be possible, but I believe that there would be I'm sorry, there would be people would try to block that from you to
Mm.
try to do any type of businesses nowadays. For you to try to do something like that now, it would be a little difficult because they would say, well, why do you want to do this? We provide this service for you. So I don't know. Bakari, what do you got? I mean, I'm not sure if even if we want to do these things in the future, if they'll be viable for us as an option, because we would now be taking away from a serious resource like people coming to collect your trash to get so much money off of just collecting your waste. You understand? So that's treasure for someone else.
Hey Neil, let me say this right quick, then I'm gonna pass you the mic because I know I just spoke. But it's according to what state you live in, the city you live in, you can run your own private trash company. I had a trash company and I'm thinking about getting back into it. Trash is not, they are trying to privatize trash. And I know this from being in the business, the way they privatize the prisons. Like, do y'all see these big waste industry trucks? I know, Mark, you live in Atlanta. I know you see in waste management, waste industries.
Absolutely.
They own
CLM, yeah.
they own almost all of the landfills. Like I go to Cobb County landfill. It says Cobb County, but Cobb County don't own it.
Mm.
Waste industry, waste management own it. So they are trying to privatize it, and that's how they are trying to keep us out. But we can get into that trash business, and it's a lucrative business. Those people shouldn't be coming into our neighborhoods doing that. You know, they shouldn't. We can throw away our own trash, but we have to do it right. We have to be. You know what? I got out of that business, and I haven't been doing trash on my Mercedes impediment. I haven't done trash in about a year and a half. I had over 300 customers, right? I got out because waste management kept raising the prices.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
in the last 2, 3 months, I've had at least 50 customers call me. When you coming back? You're the best trash man we had.
Mm. Yeah, Chris Rock. I'm gonna pass it to Neo real quick. But Chris Rock has a joke on his special on Netflix called Tambourine. And then the joke he says, pricing is the new racism. Like I don't have to tell you no blacks allowed, but you know, $1,500 a night or $2,800 a night for a hotel room, that'll tell you you can't go. Go ahead, Neil.
Peace, family. How you guys doing? How's my mic? Am I good?
Absolutely great. Yeah, great. Sound like you standing right beside me, brother.
Cool. Always a pleasure. Brother Bakari always comes with a good group of ideas to present to the family. I like chopping it up with them. It's good to hear from you, brother. My input is basically it would be a good idea, in my personal opinion, for us to take control of our buying power. Right? I was just actually having a conversation with another on another panel about this very same topic.
Mm-hmm.
But our buying power, we spend a lot of money, right? That's understood. We already know this. But how do we take control of our buying power? Well, everything is bought in the season. The marketplace or the stock market, Wall Street, operates on that season. If you change up when you buy things, you offset that market. You change how the flow of commerce goes. California buys Florida oranges. Florida buys California oranges. If you catch where I'm going with this, it's all in a season. You can offset that by just figuring out when you should buy things. Don't buy things on Christmas, buy things in summer. Don't buy things during the holidays, buy things on weird random times that we come up with. And just see how that market really fluctuates. You will definitely put a hair in their butt that'll make them itch, and it's not really going to be comfortable for them.
I want to say something real quick, and not to be argumentative, but I definitely got to give you a little pushback on that. Pause. I don't know if you guys saw, this just came out not too long ago. This is another thing I think we should do a whole episode about: corruption in politics and how elections are often bought off here in America. Unfortunately, they don't legally say it's legal bribery when you can just do campaign the way they do financing of these campaigns. But more importantly, you have your congressmen and your senators are on committees making decisions for big businesses on committees, and then they can bet on those same stocks, because that's what the stock market is. It's a gamble. And a study showed that the average citizen has a return of negative 1.5%. Warren Buffett has a return of about 2%. The senators and the congressmen, they have a return of 12.5%. That is crazy. Nancy Pelosi and a lot of these just invested in not Johnson, but $10 million, man. You have senators investing in Johnson & Johnson, and then the vaccine comes out. We heard about the senator here in Georgia. She was defeated, thank God. But yeah, they will be in meetings finding out about regulation and what was going to happen with the COVID situation before it hit, and then they go out and buy stock. These people are getting rich, and I think we should have a whole nother conversation about that one day, because I don't think your senator and your congressman should be able to buy stocks, period, let alone be on the same committee. With that said, before we continue, I want to show this viral video, and I want you guys to give me your reaction on this. You have an officer, he approaches the young man about his dirt bike. He briefly glances at his ID, punches him in the face, throws him to the ground. Now, in this video, you're going to see him tell the guy, turn around, put your hands behind your back. The guy does that instantly. The cop does not start putting him in handcuffs. The cop then walks around towards his face, no mask, no nothing. Don't be stupid. Almost like he's spitting in his face when he does it. The guy kind of moves away because, yeah, the guy, I turned around like you told me, and then you're all in my face. Don't be stupid. The guy pulls away. Officer just hauls off and hits him. Let's run a clip, and we'll come back with some commentary.
Right here. Turn around and put your hands behind your back before I beat the out of you. Don't be stupid.
And over to tvameritrade.com/education.
What did I tell you?
Sickening. It's sickening, man. You guys go ahead. Go ahead, Brother Bakari.
Yeah, that is sickening. We have to know the law. You have to know when you can protect yourself against the police, right? Like the stuff I teach. Like I have an older son. I have a son 30 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cop did that to him. He broke his nose. Then sat on top of the other one and beat the other one ass and punched the other one and knocked the other one down. They eventually got him. He put his hand, they arrested him. He said they did something to him when they got him to the jail, but he broke their nose. It's not okay for people to do that to you. That cop needs to be fired. Like I say, people need to start getting picked up. If you don't, they need to be left out in the woods somewhere, beat down, no clothes on, maybe a finger missing if you ain't got the heart to take them out. But I'm just saying, cut off a couple fingers and a couple of toes. You wanted to stop. You have to do something, because asking them to tell their people, tell your brothers and sisters to stop beating us up. That truly have never worked. It haven't worked when you was going to school, and it don't work now that you're grown. And us constantly getting beat is not okay. It's not. It is not okay. We can stop this if we were to set aside differences for a minute and understand that we're gonna have to come together and just forget differences for a minute and unite and organize and have some discipline. We can stop this. Even you can stop it without even putting a hand on them. Just show strength. I can show you examples in Atlanta where some people, Atlanta, Nashville, and Birmingham, where certain people stopped. Had the chief of police call them and tell them, look, stand down. There's too many of them. Ain't nothing we can do. Just leave it alone. Right here in Atlanta. Yes. So you can stop it. Cops like that. See, people, like, most of the time what they say, they need to be retrained and stuff like that. They doing what they were trained to do. They're doing what they were trying to do. And for me, I just come to the conclusion and I understand. These people don't like us. I think that's our biggest problem. We don't want to admit that they don't like us. It's just a fact. This is their country. They don't want us in it. I get it, Mike.
All right, go ahead, brother Jet. What do you think of that video that we saw, and what do you think of the statements that brother Bakari just made?
I'll go to the statements first, and then I'll handle the video.
Yes, sir.
I really believe, it's kind of weird when you look at it, because for hundreds of years we've been here in the United States. A lot of us are mixed, you know what I'm saying? So physically, there's variations of us as far as like skin texture, color, tone, stuff like that. A lot of us have European ancestry. And, there's been years and years of mixing, people creating families, stuff like that. But yet, and still, we're still dealing with these overall underlining issues. And my question is, it's not about them, it's not even a question. It's not about them not liking us. It's about them controlling us. Would you guys agree with that?
You said it's not about what? It's about control. What was the first thing?
It's not about them not liking us overall. It's about controlling us overall.
I don't know, man. I think both things can be true, but that's what I think. Both things can be true. Some people really just have a disdain for people of color or anything that's different, whether it's black, white, Asian, Hispanic. The darker you are, the harder you treat it. We don't like the Asians or we don't like the Hispanics neither, but them blacks, woo, they the worst, in my opinion. Some people really believe that.
Yes, no, I agree with that.
I'm sorry, man. I couldn't. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you good. What do you think? Do you think is general disdain for the melanated person, or is it just a situation where they want to be controlling?
It's general disdain for black people, African descent. The melanated people, I understand what you mean when you say that. I just don't use that term. for several reasons, because everybody has melanin. So, but for African people, and right, we can say we've been marrying and doing all that. So, but most black people got white in their blood through hatred and rape. I don't even know why we would want to claim that. Somebody raped my great 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 grandmama. Why would I want to claim George Washington or Thomas Jefferson, Master Bodie? That didn't come through no type of love. None. It was hate and rape. It was rape and hatred and torture. And it was also done, as you say, for control and power. I would take your woman and rape your woman and dare the black man to do something about it. Then when she give birth to that baby, I'm a slave. I'm gonna make you go out there and whatever I allow you to do to raise it, that's what you gonna do. And I've been raping your wife forever. That's just a fact.
Did you, brother Jack? What was your characterization of that video that we saw? I didn't hear your take on the video. We'll
All
come.
right, my bad.
Go ahead, Jack.
I came back. As far as the video, I just, I only caught the tail end of it. And what I want to say is I thought it was a little, the cop was over aggressive. I mean,
It's real short. It's real short. I'm gonna play it again real quick. Let me play it again. It's about 30 seconds.
Right here. Turn around and put your hands behind your back before I beat the out of you.
He turns around, put his hands behind his back. Cop gets in his face. You don't be stupid. The guy moves a little bit because the cop put it on. Now the cop has his license at that point. As soon as he walks up, he gets the guy's license. He does this. He glances at it, puts it on the bike. Turn around, put your hands behind your back, and that's it. Then he once he gets on ground, he punches him about 3 or 4 more times. Witnesses are there. The cop, mounts him from the rear post and puts the cuffs on him. And yeah, they're filing charges, of course. The family is suing for excessive force and unlawful arrest. But brother Sheed is here. Just want to get Sheed your take on it too, and also Neo.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick because I'm about to drop back down. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, with that situation, man, we already know what it's about. The hatred for people, or just say for black people in general. I had a white friend that he told me that pretty much he had a black friend and he would always take his black friend around to his house, but he would never take her around his grandmother because one time he took one black guy around his grandmother. She told him, "Why are you with this little nigga boy?" And he looked at her. He was like, "Grandma, this is my friend. We've been knowing each other for years, And this guy got swastikas on his shoulder and everything. And he told me, he was like, "Well, I'm from Russia, and this was a form of Medal of Honor, to where a lot of people took it and made it a bad thing." He said, "When it came down to it, my family, we were born in this racist thing, but as time went, we progressed and we got out of it because, we started seeing the light, of which people are humans and, fending and being there for one another is the key." To where a lot of my other family members, they took it as, we're getting soft because we're watering down the race. And, for the issue at hand is, when the police are doing stuff like this, it's because they feel empowered, they have the upper hand. Because point be told, if this man didn't have that badge, he wouldn't have done it to that guy. That's why a lot of those people go into those different positions of rank. So even with corporate jobs, most of the guys, they get up to corporate, to high level ranking to just rule over a certain class of people. It's not the point of them making the money. They can go get a really old simple job being a entrepreneur, starting their own business. But no, just pulling that rank to where they can go over there and, boss certain people around and put their friends in a position to look down. That's mostly the key in this situation. Same with the officers. And I'm gonna leave with that.
Appreciate it, She, I gotta disagree with you a little bit. Often we see white people with no badge and gun feeling like they can police black people. They feel deputized. They feel entitled to police your movements. I'm gonna go to Neo, but and get his take on that video. Before we do that, I kind of want to show this clip now based off that. And Vic, I'm gonna let you know, brother. Real talk. Don't nobody if he want to get in the chat, I see you, brother. I see you out there, but I don't see the Asian hate. I see you in the chat, and I ain't gonna block you. I ain't gonna time you out just because we disagree. That's fine. But if all you see, you said the only hate I see is people playing the knockout game, brother. I don't know where you at, because this isn't the first, last, or the only time we have talked about this kind of things that are going on in the black community. I don't see all the Asian people getting shot by the police or the white people. If it's out there, send me the video. I'll cover it. I see this shit happening all the time, though. What happens with my people all the time. Another one. I thought I was in my apartment, so I shot him while he was eating ice cream. I thought that was my apartment. I thought I was reaching for my taser. I thought he had a gun. It's a tweet going out, and come on. And somebody was like, their thoughts are our trauma. You get what I'm saying? So if all you see is somebody playing the knockout game, or you saw some clips with Asians and some people attacking Asians, I get it. That's wrong. I don't support that shit at all. But what I am saying is this: those people aren't deputized and don't have public trust. These are regular citizens attacking people. That shit is wrong, and they should be brought to justice. But far as police who have public trust and have power invested into them to do the right thing, we should hold them to a higher standard. If I sit down, which brings me back to the story. The lady was charged. She was charged with what was it? A second-degree manslaughter, which is, from the way it was explained, was it's like a hunting accident. If I go out there and I'm trying to shoot a deer, instead of shooting a deer, I accidentally shoot one of you guys, I'll be charged with second-degree manslaughter. That is not what transpired here, and that's what got a lot of people upset. And for as Brother Sheed, I want to show this real quick clip. Neo, I ain't forget you. I just want to. It's all gonna make sense. This is staff sergeant in the Army, and his name, let's give him the credit he deserves for being stupid. His name is Jonathan Pentland, staff sergeant. Watch how he's trying to handle this young man in his neighborhood. Some of you guys seen the clip before, but those who haven't, here we go.
Go away right now. Call the police.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting. You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes.
Harassing this guy. Y'all see it, right?
What is it you're doing here? Walking. Then walk.
He said, then walk. So the guy starts walking. Watch him assault the guy. He's going to push him.
Let's go. Walk away.
Keep walking.
Walk away.
He said, I did walk away.
You need help? You got this on camera. I'm happy to help you. I didn't hit you. There's a difference between pushing you.
You were the aggressor, buddy.
You're aggressing on their neighborhood.
Someone came running.
Walk back.
You better walk
now, why did he push him?
You walk away. You talking to
the dude is walking
right
and he
now.
pushing him.
Walk away. Walk away. Check it out. You either walk away or I'm going to carry your ass out of here. What do you want to do?
He wants a reason, bro, to assault this guy.
Let's go. Walk away.
I didn't do anything.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I didn't do anything to her.
You better start walking right now.
The dude is scared.
I ain't coming after you.
He's
You're
definitely
in the wrong
scared.
neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out. Get out. Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
Walk me home.
Well, you bet. You want to bet what I can do?
I live here, sir.
Okay,
Right
what's
now,
your
you're
address?
harassing the neighborhood.
I'm not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood I live in, sir.
Where? 'Cause check it out. We are a tight-knit community.
Okay.
We take care of each other. A hell of a lot longer than your ass, because I have never seen you before in my
How long
life.
have you been living here?
That's
Why
none
does
of your
that even
business.
matter to you?
How long have you been
It
living
doesn't
here?
matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face.
You've been
Get out of my face.
You walked up to me.
Check it out, motherfucker. I ain't
And then
playing.
walked up to him
You
again.
either get your ass moving, or I'm gonna move you.
You smell drunk.
You want to bet?
You are drunk.
I'm not
So now the
doing
dude's
you
walking
right.
away the other way, and he's still being pursued.
Better walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm walking. You keep following me, sir.
There's only one way out of here. It's right over there.
There's multiple ways out of here, sir.
You want to bet?
This is crazy, yo. Yo, this is crazy. This is harassment, straight bullying. This guy's been charged and arrested, right, for assault, right? As he should be. Now, Fort Jackson hasn't really replied too much to this. They just say, hey, we don't condone these actions and we're going to do an investigation. Shit is on camera. He's harassing this dude. He's tormenting this dude. He's pushing him. He's instigating, agitating. I'm disgusted by it, but and it makes me mad. I feel bad for the dude because he's obviously intimidated. You can instantly see the size different, the height. The dude probably got him by what, 60, maybe 80 pounds. Go ahead though. I digress for now, and I'll get you guys' take on the video.
Hey, that's the United States Army, man. I was in the Army. It reflects this. It reflects this country. I keep telling you, I'm going to say it again, man. When you look and you just be honest, Mark, one group of people complain about racism all the time. One group of people want to reach out and be everybody's friend. One group. People ain't trying to be your friend. But I'm going to ask everybody in here, your so-called white friends, your so-called Asian friends, do y'all ever have these conversations with them? Then you will see how it feels. Like, I own a few businesses. So I did a pressure washing business, and I had a contract cleaning this Asian restaurant. The Japanese, Chinese people in Atlanta own all the Japanese restaurants, right? Which is crazy, right? But talk to them. Y'all give these people y'all money. I don't, because I don't fuck with Asians. I try to shop black as much as I can, but I don't mess with people that don't spend money with me. But talk to these people. Watch how they feel. We have a problem with me saying we shouldn't date or marry outside of our race. Go talk to some Chinese people. Go talk to some Asian people and watch what they tell you. Everybody wants their race to continue. No one else is reaching their hands out talking about we love everybody. So it get to the point where you start to say, well, I start to say, it's not even other people's fault. It's almost black people's fault for constantly putting themselves in situations, one, to be friends with people who have shown you they don't like you. This ain't nothing new. I put it in the chat. This is a historical war from the Arabs to the white people. This ain't nothing new. This been going on 7,000, 8,000 years. We still ain't figured it out. It's been going on 7,000, 8,000 years, this war with these people. Look at Alexander the Greek. Some people call him great. I don't. Where was he going? Where did he go? Greek took over certain parts of Egypt through war. This ain't nothing new. I did a show on my channel called Slavery and the Military. Go look and see when they were finally able to defeat certain African countries and push Islam on them. What were they doing? Cut their nuts off. You know what those men would do? They would join the Arab army so they feel they could get treated better. I'm going to make you fight for us, but you're going to be scared to fight for yourself. With all this going on, we still don't think busting these motherfuckers in their head is an answer. But if it's a black person, we going to kill that N-word. We going to do this to that N-word. See, I don't use that word because I understand, like, you can't say certain things on social media, but we can steady call black people the N-word like it's okay.
Oh yeah. See, Corey Holcomb was saying that he said when I was doing Black Jesus on Comedy Central, he said we couldn't say other words, like you can only say bitch a couple times, and you only can say it like towards a guy. Guys can say, or a girl can say it towards another girl, but a guy can't say it to a woman. And also, but you can say nigga with impunity.
But we steady say it because we don't respect us. We'll fight us, but we still trying to figure out a way to say that white dude shouldn't have his head bust open. You understand what I'm saying? I accidentally step on your shoe. We'll do a drive-by in our neighborhood, shoot 100, might miss the person that you're shooting at, but you'll shoot elders, little kids, anybody trying to get that one person that you might miss. But when it comes to everybody else, we figure out a way to say we shouldn't fight. And I'm going to say this, right? Come on, female friend just text me. We have to stop grouping ourselves with other people. We have to understand that this country is at war with us. Minority, melanated, people of color. That's grouping everybody together. Let me show you what a minority is. Minority is everybody in the country except heterosexual white men. People of color is just everybody. Black people fought for a long time to stop being called colored. So why we gonna group ourselves with the people of color? Ain't nobody grouping themselves with you. Have these conversations with y'all so-called friends that is not black. Then come back and tell me that I done told y'all some lies. And if you sit there and you talk to them, if they honest with you, watch what they tell you. Watch what they tell you. Don't just have a conversation with the black people you deal with. All my friends are black, but I deal with everybody because I got business, right? So when I deal with people, especially if they get my money and there's an exchange or I'm getting their money and you're around them, I hold these conversations. No if, no ands, no buts, no maybes. I hold and I talk to them just like I'm speaking now. And when I talk to my Asian friends, they got a whole order the way they run things. And not one time will they say, they didn't one time did they bite their tongue. No, we don't want our people marrying outside of Asian. But especially not, and guess what I told them? Good. Because I don't want my child to marry none of your kids either. I want my children with somebody black. And if I go there right now, I walked in there, they walk up to my son, this your dad, my son and my daughter, y'all eat free because you with him. I talk to them just like I talk now. I don't bite my tongue for them. And I ain't going to switch up who I am for them. But we don't have these conversations with those other people because we don't want to know how they truly feel, even though they show us all the time.
Okay, let's pass it around a little bit. Hey Vic, hey look, I'm always open to hear a different opinion, even if I don't agree with you. I think you're on some bullshit already, just based on what you're saying in the chat. But I'll be more than happy. I'll give you a couple minutes of my time, let you speak your piece. But like I said, the phone lines are open. The numbers on the screen. You guys want to call in? If you call in internationally, add me on Skype, Marq Nash, like you see on the screen, MarqNash, and it'll be free as well. But if you call in the States, you already know what to do. The numbers on the screen, the link is in the chat. If you're watching on Facebook, you won't see the link. You have to be on YouTube to see the link. But go ahead, Neo, and let me get Brother Jack's take as well. And I got one more video for this conversation. But what do you guys think of that video, that staff sergeant harassing that young man? Also, this officer punching this guy in the face.
I think both of those videos are despicable, to say the least. Like, basically, there is no excuse for this behavior. But more importantly, there is no excuse as to why we aren't militarized. This is Civil War like kind of behavior. Why aren't black people in this state of mind yet? I mean, Rodney King get his, butt handed to him on video. The police officers can get off and we can riot. That's cool and everything, but when are we going to militarize ourselves and not tolerate no more of this madness? I'm concerned for my children. My children are going to have to deal with this same madness because ain't nothing changing. They're going to continue beating us over the head with impunity. Like that, it's their God-given right to beat black people in the head, shoot, kill us, and do 2 years maximum. When exactly are we actually going to take ourselves seriously? Because I'm not tired anymore. No. I'm turned up. I'm ready. You all, I hope y'all are ready because they're gonna come after us. They came into Breonna Taylor's home. Her man stood up and fired back. How many of y'all feel ready to fire back? I'm gonna be dead honest. I'm gonna be dead blunt honest. How many of y'all ready to fire back? Because they clearly have the authority, authorization, the green light to come after your head. And it don't matter what the scenario is, you're always in the wrong. You're black, you're a criminal. That is the narrative. It's not just America. No, no. It's everywhere. Every country you go to, your black skin means you're a criminal or you're a hungry Somalian. Either way, they're allowed to paint this picture of us and do whatever the hell that they feel that they want to do to us. When are we going to stand straight up as men and women that are tired of being beaten ahead? I rest my mic.
All right, Vic, cut your cam on before I bring you in, and you can cut it right back off. I just want to make sure you don't have your penis out or nothing, because people will do weird shit like that and it'll ruin my whole stream. You don't have to keep it on for while you speaking, but while you backstage, let me see your face real quick one time. Once, twice. If not, you can call in if that'll work better for you. Okay. Okay, I got you right here. Nah, I don't want to get docs. No, that's cool. I saw your thing right there. It was verified, but appreciate it. That's cool too. Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't gonna keep you on. You don't have to keep your face on the whole time, but sometimes people will beam in and they'll be naked already with just the camera on their private part. So as soon as I beam them in, they cut the camera on. And then you got community guidelines. People do weird stuff like that just because they disagree with your point of view. But like I said, the phone line is on the screen though. If you want to call in, you can call in, and you don't have to deal with none of that. These guys right here, I'm familiar with them from different broadcasts. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, call in. The number's on the screen, Vic, if you want to call in. I'm just more familiar with these guys from other broadcasts. And you say I'm no weirdo. Hey, look, these guys. Hey, look, the slave master didn't think he was racist. He was just doing good business. Okay, these cops think they just doing their job, but they doing wrong. Look, nobody who's racist actually says, "Man, I'm the baddest." Now, granted, some do, but for the most part, these people think they're good people. Like Donald Trump said, it's good people on all sides. That's what they think. But unfortunately, we do have bad people on all sides. At sometimes, like, I get it, but as far as your statement, I need you to cite them sources. You said less than 20 black men are killed by police every year. I need you to cite your sources when you say things like that, because even if you're right, let's say it was 20, only 20 black people are killed by police every year. That's more than once a month, right? Let's do your math on that. That's almost every 2 weeks a black person is getting killed, just by your logic alone. So even if that's true, it's 20 black people a year getting killed by police. That means I know that number is going to be higher than the Asians. It's going to be higher than Hispanics, and it's going to be higher than the whites. Because we leading. And that's that. Let's run this clip right here, and y'all tell me what y'all think of this video.
Hey, Mom.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna step out. My son just came in from work, man. I got to talk to him, man. I thank
God
you for
bless
letting me
you
on your panel, man.
Absolutely.
Look, Leo, it was good to be on with you. Aon Jack, it was good to be on. I hope I said your name right. And everybody in the chat, thank y'all for listening. My channel is Brother Bakari. Peace, one love, Mark.
Absolutely. Thank you for pulling up, bro. Thanks for being the best part of the show, man. Let me run this video real quick, and you can see these police have children at gunpoint, handcuffed, face down.
There's kids, they had guns on kids.
Okay. You feeling no.
That is hard to watch, even for a few seconds. Imagine living through it. That went on, as I mentioned, for upwards of 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours. Tormenting those kids like that. You guys go ahead. Y'all tell me what y'all think of that. Go ahead.
Yo, let me shoot.
Absolutely. Go ahead, sir.
So first off, that was really tough to watch. I wasn't expecting that video at all. But you know, these are some of the serious things that we're honestly going to have to realize in terms of self-defense. You're going to have to understand that your family will be put at risk, that your family will be caught in a situation to where they may have to see you do something that you don't want to do, or vice versa, you know. So each man has to come to an understanding of that, and start to move a little bit different. You know, a lot of times we take things for granted. We enjoy ourselves. We enjoy the things that we can get from the world, and that's probably the thing that's really hurting us, because we're not prepared like we should be. And to have to see your kids do that while you're also on the floor, you know, it's already too late.
Go ahead, Neil. Vic, you could beam back in. I'll give you a shot. I'll give everybody at least one chance. How about that? Go ahead, Neil.
Can you hear me okay?
Not as well. You sound a little low.
All right. So, it's only up. Maybe
That's terrible, bro.
Maybe because
Hey, man. Hey, Neo. That's not gonna work, my brother. I don't know what's going on with that audio. It's low and it's choppy. That's not gonna work. Yeah, yeah, change the audio settings. While you do that, give me 1 second. Let me see what this guy talking about. What's up, Vic?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
All right.
Welcome to the
can
show.
you hear me?
Welcome to the show. How you doing?
How's it going?
Hey, man, you got some
Yeah,
interesting things
I
and
had
interesting perspective, and thanks for pulling up with a different point of view. It's more than welcome.
well, I did agree with one of your guys at the panel saying about being ready and all that, because you guys do have the right to start a militia and all that. It's in the Constitution.
Okay.
And I think they're pretty much using you guys to start a race war and destroy the economy. That's what I think.
Elaborate.
They're using you as because they got strategies and stuff, and you're pretty much being used, like Lenin wrote, as useful idiots.
Okay. How though? Elaborate.
Well, by starting all these riots and stuff, you're destroying economies and stuff. They want people to shut down with the lockdowns, with riots. It's all a strategy because they're trying to destroy the economy to put in a new economy that's not even going to have money. Paperless economy. Digital.
Aeon Jack, you want to reply to that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? First off, Vic, how are you doing?
How's it going?
I'm good. So basically, I think that rioting is a waste of time, and if anything, it's just burned buildings that you have to look at around your area. And if it's someone in our own community's property, then it's double the problem. So I don't agree with rioting. But this is a question that I want to ask. Vic, would you say that if rioting is a waste of time, when a shooting like this happens with an officer killing some young man, right? Are you hearing me, Vic?
Yep.
All right. So an officer kills someone in our community. Instead of rioting, instead of protesting, someone from that officer's family is kidnapped and then murdered.
Why?
Which one do you prefer?
But why does have to take it to that extreme? I don't get it.
Explain that to him, Jack. I mean, well,
If my loved one was killed by this police officer under whatever circumstances, in this instance, we know what the circumstance is. So in this case, if that were
All
to
right.
happen,
Well, I don't agree with this guy that got shot and everything because I don't even think they should be using that taser thing. So they should.
would you, Vic? Let me ask you a question.
People
Have you
need
ever held a
to
taser?
protest, but not riot. There's a way to. It's called peaceful protesting, just like Martin Luther King advocated, and that gets your point across just as good and stuff, and it's not gonna ruin up people's stores and your own community. How are you gonna burn down your own community down?
Simple. It's not our community. It's just not. We don't own
See,
it.
that's the problem. You think you're separate from everybody else when in reality
it's not
everybody
about,
everybody
yeah.
everybody is part of everybody is part of this economy.
Go ahead, Vic. One at a time. Neil, let him finish his thought.
Yeah, they've I think they've brainwashed you to the point to think that you're like completely separate when pretty much we have to work together in order for this to, because if shit hits the fan, we're all gonna be like in a depression, a great depression in a couple of months, not years. You already seen the prices going up.
I highly disagree with all of that, and I have references where basically this happened already. This happened already. When Marq Nash brought up Tulsa, Oklahoma, you really got to study what exactly happened behind that. See, there was a Great Depression. But ask yourself, when did that depression happen, and when did that riot happen? And ask yourself, did they correlate with each other? Because right after that, we get into World War I. Here's my point. It's not a matter of brainwashing. We're already treated as if we're separate. It's not a matter of how we look at ourselves. We don't look at ourselves as separate. No, we went through integration already. We wanted to integrate with these people. However, these people didn't want to integrate with us. And they make it plainly clear that they still don't. It's not a matter of perception, like we can't be peaceful. We wanted to be peaceful. Martin Luther King was peaceful. Well, was peaceful. They assassinated him. They murdered him. What do you mean? Like we can be peaceful, but of course we can also do something else. But they killed Malcolm too. We know that he was assassinated. We know that every one of our leaders have been assassinated, and it's been proven that some agency was behind it. But yet we're the ones brainwashed. Black people are the ones that are brainwashed. No, I don't think so. I think we're responding exactly to the circumstances that we are presented. They come at us with hostility. You can't answer that with being peaceful. How many cheeks are you going to turn? I got two up here and two down there.
You're talking about.
Let him wrap up, Vic, and we'll go right to you after he's done.
All right. My only point is I already turned both these cheeks. The other two cheeks, I ain't turning.
I get you on that. Go ahead, Vic.
All right, you're talking about hostility, and earlier I was talking about that the only hostility I see is these black kids, teenagers playing the knockout game, and Mark said that he doesn't even see that, and it's obvious the only reason why we don't see it is because the media is not showing us.
No. If I said that, pardon me, wrong. I do see that, but you said all you see is that, and I said if you don't see all these black people getting killed by police at a larger proportional rate than anybody else, and that's just
But
not here in
that's a
America
lie,
though.
bro.
But that's not here in America. That's a global thing. The darker you are, the harder you treated globally. Darker Cubans are treated different. Darker Jamaicans are treated different than lighter Jamaicans in Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? Colonialism is a real thing, bro. But go ahead, Vic. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry I did that. Go ahead.
Nah, I lost track already, man. I was
Yeah, but
getting
you had said Marq Nash said he doesn't see anybody getting hit with the knockout game, and I just wanted to correct you. I do see that, but I see black people getting killed at a larger rate by police than anybody else. And I said if you don't see that, because you said I don't see no hate,
and it's
other
a
than the
lie
black.
because if you look at the rates on average every year, it's around 16 black men that get shot and killed by police officers, and they're killing more white people because they're scared of pretty much killing a black person right now, to the point that they're not even going to a lot of neighborhoods and patrolling them.
That's
So
not true.
what you guys are starting is gonna affect your community, because now police officers are not gonna want to go to your neighborhoods and patrol them, and you guys don't have a militia ready to patrol your own community.
And Vic, you know what should happen if police don't want to come out? They should get fired for not doing their job. That's what happens. That's dereliction of duty, sir. You can't just say I don't want to go there because some black people might be protesting. It's not 100% protesting. Not every black person you see is a protester.
You gotta turn this negative and turn it into a positive. You gotta start your own militia. How the Constitution says.
But Vic,
Actually,
you blaming black people for the pain that they're going through and being outspoken with this civil unrest after their family, their loved ones are murdered. Like
no.
You said
I'm saying we can't rely on these police officers because they got their own pretty much political stuff behind them. There's like Democrats or Republicans. There's a lot of white people behind them. So you got to start your own militias to control your own community,
Go ahead, Jack. We'll go to Jack. But just keep in mind, I'm gonna let you know something. We did that before, and it was called the Black Panthers, and they called them a terrorist group. Whenever black people organize and unify and get together, we did it with Tulsa, Oklahoma. They had their own taxi station, hotels, restaurant tours, everything. They dropped a bomb on the city. The first attack in America on U.S. soil was by its own country on a city full of black people. This is documented, man. Like when we try to mobilize it, like they called the Nation of Islam terrorists. The Panthers terrorists. Some
the
people call
KKK
Black
were
Lives
also the
Matter.
terrorists.
My man, no, take KKK are welcome to practice legally.
They used them going against the KKK, and then afterwards they went after the Black Panthers and the civil rights and all that. Isn't that right?
No, the Black Panthers was shut down. The KKK is allowed to operate. They get licensed and they go to certain places here in Georgia and they can march freely in their full uniform. Nobody's going to stop them, but the Panthers were labeled as a terrorist group. Go ahead, Jack, and then we'll go back to you, Vic.
Yep. Okay. So, Vic, first off, what community do you belong to, if you don't mind me asking the question?
Mexican.
Mexican.
I was born in Mexico.
But from which region do you come from, like in the United
South
States?
California.
Okay, so you're from California.
On the desert.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our communities have spent a lot of time in the same region.
Yeah, you got. I don't know what that sound was, Jack, but it was like a loud hissing noise, like the TV or something. Go ahead. You still there, Jack? Jack,
Yeah.
I think
Jack has been abducted.
Nah, I hope not. It sounded like a loud noise, like he was driving like the car or something. I hope he's okay though. Jack, but we can't hear you though. Whenever you can get your mic situated, just beam back in, but we can't hear you right now. Go ahead, Sheed.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I understand your passion, but the whole thing is to have a conversation, you got to be informed. You know, the Panthers were dismantled because they were building their people from within. The KKK wanted to destroy a set of people, and because this is a way of life to where they were able to still move within the organization and still be viable to these days. You know, do you hear about any Black Panther parties, meeting up besides the new parties? You don't hear too much of the old Black Panther party because it's been dismantled. But the KKK, same thing with them. They haven't been dismantled.
How could it be dismantled? Can't you start your own movement? It's pretty much that you guys don't want to organize because everybody's doing
Vic,
drugs
no,
in your
no, Vic,
community.
no, Vic. What we're trying to say is no, Vic. Let's not do that. Vic, what we're trying to say is it's been done before, Vic. Every time we are doing things positive and trying to better our people, they'll come up and say it's illegal now. The FBI gets involved. They try to infiltrate the organization and try to find a way to bring down the leadership. If not, just straight up kill the leadership. Like, this is documented. I don't know how old you are, and if you have checked these things out historically,
He's young.
but and it's okay if he is. But and I don't want to bully him or belittle him at all. I just want to enlighten him and let him know that these things have happened. What you're saying and what we're trying to say is we get killed when we do it. Did Martin Luther King do something wrong, Vic? You know who? That's a real person. It's not just the day you get off of work. He was doing positive things and they killed them. And when what he was doing at the time wasn't about voting rights. They had already got the voting rights. He was trying to deal with labor unions. He started affecting the money and started to say, hey, it's not just about black and white, it's about rich and poor. But go ahead, Sheik.
Vic, your family, they're all from Mexico, or they came over to America?
Yes.
And they came over for a better life, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what most of the black people in America do. We were here, but we just wanted a better life within America. But we're being separated. I mean, if the case being, if let's just say in Mexico, they have a lot of violence, a lot of somewhat of poverty in certain areas, right? So a lot of people choose to come to America, like I say, for a better life, to get a better outlook on life, to where you can have a fighting chance in making money. Let's even with some gangs or something that's going on over there, or organizations that are running the country. And the best way to do is to organize, get together and be strong as a people. But then you have these gangs that are always coming up and ruining everything you have over there. So, I mean, in most cases you can leave, but if you don't have the money or the numbers to leave, I mean, that's what we're talking about right now. Same thing that's going over in Mexico, where a lot of people, trying to, progress as people, work together. We have issues. But then we have the media saying what you just said earlier about us black people being on drugs. Not everybody's on drugs. Most of the people over here just trying to live day to day. I mean, the stereotype of looking at the news, media is key in brainwashing that you talked about earlier. I can tell you something on the news, whether it's true or not. The whole point of it is it's out there. It's up to you to believe it. Even with the knowledge that we're talking about right now about a lot of these organizations, a lot of these groups, and the issue being, if people don't know, I mean that's like that the whole CDC thing about black fathers being the best fathers of all races. Black, white, all that. We always been great fathers, but the point of it is, you had a handful of people that pushed the stereotype in which all black men were bad fathers. The whole trope of we don't pay child support. Most guys pay child support. I mean, you'll have a handful that don't, but the majority, they have jobs, so they pay child support. When you pay child support, it comes out your check. Once you sign up for a job, your social security number follows you everywhere. So it's not like these guys are running away not paying child support, because the average guy has a job. And what they're doing with that job, taking out for child support. I mean, but the whole narrative is, if you're going to
But
keep listening to the news,
even if they're paying child support, that doesn't make them a good parents. That's what I think.
yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, to a standard, yeah, that's true. It doesn't make them a good parent, but the whole point of it is that the narrative that they're pushing, that men don't pay child support, and the whole narrative of us not being good men, the whole CDC thing turns around and saying black fathers are good, but back in the day they pushed the narrative we were bad. You know, how does the narrative switch within a couple of years? I mean,
But
it's the narrative.
well, all
Go ahead.
right. If it's not the fathers, because I don't think it's the fathers. I think it's the mothers. What is it in the black community that's making all these people, all these young teenagers, shoot themselves and do drugs, and because it is
I'm
happening.
gonna show you. Is this right here?
Right here. Turn around and put your hands behind your back before I beat the out of you. Don't be stupid. What did I tell you?
Yeah, that's what it is right there, bro. That's what causes people to be angry.
So you're gonna blame everything on cops?
Did I blame everything? I didn't think I said that. We definitely got to educate ourselves. Hold on 1 second. Oh shoot, the volume off. Go ahead. Hold on 1 second. D-Ray.
I definitely have some questions, right?
Hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, D-Ray, I had the volume down, but you more than welcome to beam back in. Make sure I got the settings right. Let me find out. People been trying to call all night, but go ahead. No, I'm not blaming everything on the police, but we got to be clear, man. Policing, black people are policed differently. We don't commit crimes at a higher rate. We're just policed differently. Hispanics too. I don't know, man. I don't know what you see on the news or what you see in your community, but it's not like that.
No,
We're a
I've been there
minority of the
too,
people,
bro.
but
I've been
jailed at a higher
tackled down by cops and everything. Like, you know, I had 8 cops on top of me, and I wiggled myself out because I knew how to wrestle and all that. But they still arrested me, and I know how it is.
But was it your fault the police got on you because you were a bad person, or what was it? You did something wrong?
Nah, there's asshole cops, but I was pretty much the captain because I threw this party when I was 18 with bands and all this, and they came down to stop the party. And after the second time, I got smart, and I told them that they couldn't stop my party till the third time. So when they came back the third time, they came back full force, and the captain got off and started rushing me, and I put my hand up, like, you know, like the classic stop sign.
Right.
And he kept on walking towards my hand, like making it seem like I was putting my hand on him, and then they just tackled me down and took me down pretty much.
But see, that's the point. You were able to do that 3 times, and then on that third attempt, you were able to put your hand up, and he made forcefully like you was trying to push him or, you know, kind of mess with him. Black people don't get that chance. You seen what that guy, he only had one chance to put his hand behind his back, and what did he do? Put his hands behind his back. First thing he told him, don't be doing anything stupid, and went for the punch. You were able to put your hands up and for him to walk into you to kind of motion. If a black man put his hands up into a police officer, they looking at it as a threat automatically. They're punching you and knocking you down. Did that officer do that to you? What did he do? He approached you first. But no, he approached you first before he hit you. He made it as if you attempted to hit him by putting your hand up. He walked into your hand, and then what happened? He hit you, right?
He tackled me down.
Exactly. How many times, just like that scenario right there, that guy didn't put his hands up or anything. He put his hands behind his back, and he was hit. You had a chance to defend yourself by putting your hand up or whatever, to where they can say, well, he provoked me. That guy didn't do anything of provoking, and the officer still hit him. So how do you explain that? You had a better outcome than he did.
I don't, man, but he's gonna get his money anyways. He's gonna get money for because of that.
Hey, look, everybody don't get
Why are
money
you starting
though.
riots over that? I don't get it.
My G, like that's that's besides the point. And now you're moving the goalposts, Vic. Now we're saying, well, at least he's gonna get some money. What about his respect, his dignity? He's traumatized. Some people don't get to live to get no money. Some people just get shot and they're dead. These kids right here,
There's kids, they had guns on kids.
cops got kids on the ground at gunpoint, traumatizing them. Are you kidding me? You think that shit is cool? That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Let me run this other video because we winded down. We're getting close to the end of the show. We got about 30 minutes left for the show, and we're gonna wrap this one up. I want to go to this video, and I want you guys to take on this. The parents of Daunte Wright did an interview with Good Morning America, I believe, and I believe the interviewer name is Robin, right? And they're talking to them about they asked the father, can you accept there was an accident? And the father kind of looks at the camera like this, like, what? Nah, I can't accept that. Hold on one second. D-Ray, what's up?
What's up, Marq Nash? Keep cooking, bro. Look who's cooking right there.
All right, let me turn your volume down real quick. Just mute your mic. Let me finish this thought real quick, and I'll go to the call. She asked the family, like he was like, nah, I can't accept that. My son is never coming home. He's never coming back. And then she casually asked them about the people that are rioting, like Vic brought up, right? And I want you to watch how she handles this, because this happens often with us. They always trying to talk us down and they want the victim's mother or the victim's spouse to always tell the people, be peaceful, be calm, don't do this, don't tear up the city. And this lady didn't say it at first, and then she pushes her, and then she ends up answering and gives her the answer she's looking for. But watch how she conducts this.
People are upset. Many people are upset that, again, another black man has lost his life at the hands of police. But you all have been consistent in calling for peace and calm. So, Mrs. Wright, what do you want to say to those who want to take to the streets on behalf of your son?
I want to say thank you so much for the support and standing by us and making sure that my son's name has been heard, and asking for justice and asking for that we get everything that we need out of this, and making sure that my son's name doesn't get swept under the rug and forgot about.
And are you still calling for peace? Are you still hoping that they can do this?
She pushed that
a protest in a peaceful manner?
Yes.
Mr. Crump, we know that you're there in.
All right. So she really pushing them to be peaceful, because they don't want nobody to be like Mike Brown mama and say, burn this motherfucker down, basically. Let's go to the call real quick, and we'll go back to the panel. Caller, D-Ray, my man. Talk to me.
Hey, man, great show, man. Great content. Smash the like button and share on all platforms. Hey, man, first of all, I want to thank you for putting out such great content.
And thank you for utilizing the phone line. I appreciate you. Thank you, my brother. Look, I bought that phone line. I'm like, man, ain't nobody even calling. But I know I'm going to get one call from you.
At least
one.
And, you know, sometimes I'll try to make it two.
Hey,
but first of all, yes, sir, go ahead.
No, I said it's all love. Yeah, because everybody want to beam in, but I like your style. You like, nah, I ain't about to beam in, but look, I'm going to call, though.
I'm going to call, bro. We got, hey, because you going to get the bill regardless, so you might as well use it.
Let's go.
But, hey, but what I wanted to say, first of all,
I can't hear anything.
I think the call got dropped or something.
Hey, Mark, we can't hear him.
Millennial.
Oh, I'm
right?
sorry. Oh, y'all couldn't hear him because I muted my mic. My bad. Y'all can hear him now, right?
Man, come on,
Go
bro.
ahead. I muted my mic while you was talking, but keep going though. But yeah, all he was saying was like he's about to get started now. He said the protest was with the millennials, but he said it's all love. He got a lot of Hispanic people in his community, things like that. Go ahead, my bad. I forgot I can't mute my
Right,
mic.
no, you good, bro. I just wanted to thank Mr. Vic though for being on the panel and giving us his perspective and letting them know that we all in the same community and so we got to be united and be together. But what I was just going to say about the protesters, right? I just was saying that a lot of them are millennial, and a lot of them, right, is not based on race, right? It seems to me that it's more about the justice or the injustice that they perceive going on. So I don't want the fact that because like in the old riots back in the day, right? Even or protest, I guess I'll say like 92 or 68 or whatever. It was black led, and I'm just saying with these protests over the last year, right? I just want to give credit to the young people who are colorblind and who are just going for justice. I just want to thank you again, bro. And hey, one thing I want to say though, man, is we got to get God in life, bro, because when people take that ingredient out, man, we end up in chaos. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Man,
keep cooking.
Appreciate you. Thanks for calling in, bro. My man D-Ray, always a loyal caller, man. Go ahead. Anybody want to reply to anything he said or the video that I showed with them interviewing the parents?
I got a bit to say. If I can jump in.
Let's go ahead, Neo. You've been quiet for a minute as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my peace here, but I got a lot to say. I'll try to keep it down to a minimum.
Take your time. Take your time.
Vic comes with a perspective that that is outside of the black narrative. It's his own personal one. I don't discredit it. However, I have some questions that I'd like to see if we can try to establish how he comes to his conclusion. First off, he said he's Hispanic, but I'm curious. Do you know what happened to the French people that actually came over and decided that they were going to go to war with Mexico? When they wanted to colonize Mexico?
Yeah, they lost, and then the soldiers pretty much got integrated into society in the state of Jalisco, and their descendants are still living there in the city of Los Altos, which is a city of French descendants.
Right, the ones that actually survived and switched sides and joined the Hispanic cause. Okay, but in that process, what happened to those French people that came over? They lost the war, but it was a war, yes?
Yeah.
They had to fight for that.
Yeah.
They were pretty much dogging you guys out.
Yeah, pretty much we had like a French king and queen or something like that.
My only question is, what do you think is happening here?
Pretty much what I think is, I don't know if you get it, if you see the news, but why is it that now all they push for is this white racism, white people being racist, and they're making it seem like pretty much the lynchings are going on, and they're using you guys to start these riots. Well, that's pretty much what's going on. They're using you. I'm not agreeing with.
Hold on, one at a time, guys. One at a time, because when you at the same time, we can't hear you.
Man, I don't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead. Hey, look, but my thing is this: when you say they, who is they, Vic?
The New World Order.
Okay, let's go.
And that's both on pretty much politicians and the elite. They want this to happen. They want a civil war. They want a race war.
Why?
Why? Yeah. To ruin the economy. And once the economy is ruined, they could come in and buy everything off.
And where do you gather this information from, Vic? Just curious.
Yeah, just pretty much hearing radio, different radio stations, different YouTubers, stuff like that.
Okay, let's go to Jack because I know he's overseas, and then we'll go back to Neo because we got to take. Oh man, we lost Jack. Damn man, I was trying to get to Jack because Jack is he's beaming in from overseas. Damn Jack, if you could beam back in to get your last point off, that'd be great. Because I do understand you are calling from overseas, and I respect your time. Go ahead, Neo.
Okay, the next question is, what happened when your president / general went to try to negotiate with our president before the Alamo, before the war in Alamo?
Hey, I don't want you guys to go back and forth and you ask him a question, then we got to wait for him to answer and all that. I just want you to kind of make your statement. But before you do that, Neo, let me get Jack in real quick because I know he's overseas right now, different time zone. So I want to get him in. Go ahead, Jack.
Man, I don't want to go back and forth either, but I hear
you can make
Vic,
a statement, but I don't want you to we're not gonna have a question and answer, because no disrespect, but the brother just admitted he get his information from radio and other YouTubers. No disrespect to YouTubers and radio, but I challenge you to do your own independent research, Vic. But go ahead.
There is no more news, bro. What CNN or Fox? It's all biased.
Well, I'm talking about as far as your history and where and what you're getting your history.
I read history books and everything.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead, Jack.
All right. So what I would say is that it sounds like Vic has some internal biases coming into these conversations, and they seem like faced towards us. But what
do you mean?
Pose, it sounds like you seem a little hostile in the term of
Nah.
Let him finish, brother.
Coming off, yeah, it comes off as though this is our fault, that somehow this is the result of actions that we as a collective unit have set in motion.
I think they got both your community and my community. They brainwashed us. That's what I think.
Go ahead, Neil.
All right. I'm just saying, look, the Hispanic people actually had to fight for their independence. For the most part, they won all of those battles. But it's the battle that they had to actually face. They had to do this. They had to defend themselves. There is no point in history where people who want their independence did not have to fight for it. We want to be recognized as the human beings that we are. Clearly, this is what our problem is. We want something that they don't believe we deserve. It's written in our Constitution, and it has not changed. Even with the amendments, it still leaves a little give for that slavery to be enacted through our prison system. We are essentially the same non-human beings that they deemed us to be back then. To this day, all we're asking for is to be treated as humans, but they refuse to do that. By their demonstration. I mean, if you can't see that right there, then I'm afraid that there is no real getting through to you so that you can understand why it is that we feel the way that we do.
I agree. You have to protest to get your rights and all that, but I'm just saying they're using you to destroy an economy.
But if they wanted to,
I'm not saying
they could have did it a long time ago.
And they have
eminent domain. Yeah, eminent domain is how they go and take your land from you. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. That's a government policy that the insurance companies and other governing bodies that govern the land itself, they use that and implement it all the time. They've never stopped redlining. They're still doing that. But yet we're still looked at like something's wrong with us. We're crazy. We don't know what it is that we're doing. We're just out here rioting and protesting and tearing shit up and doing all of these different things. No, we're screaming out, look, we are humans and we demand to be treated as such. And if you're not going to do that, well.
All right. I got a question for you. So you're with you agree with Black Lives Matter and all that. What do you have to say about that? Their leader got caught with I don't know, like 2-3 different mansions that would cost $1 million. This
I'm not
what is it?
That I agree with Black Lives Matter. I have not. That those words never came out of my mouth.
What about you, Mark?
What's the question?
You agree with Black Lives Matter?
I believe that everybody needs representation. I'm not. Every time I thought I knew something about Black Lives Matter, I find out something different about the organization. If at the end of the day, though, if you're out there trying to fight for social injustice, and I'm all for that, whether you're black or white. But
you think Martin Luther King would agree with them?
Let me get this off. Let me get this off.
Don't do that.
Let me get this off. Vic.
Vic. Yeah, let him
say
go.
That, Vic,
and then Mark.
Vic. Thank you, Jay. Vic, to say that, first of all, Martin Luther King was born and died before I was even born, before I was even a twinkle in my father's eye. But I don't believe that activists should die poor. I don't think Betty Shabazz shouldn't have had a home, because what you don't know, Vic, they wouldn't even give life insurance to certain people back then. Did you know that? That's why Malcolm X didn't have insurance. They wouldn't give him insurance. So things like that, it's systemic, man. And like, far as would Martin Luther King agree, I don't know, man. I can't say that, but I don't believe that I know all of the woman's finances, so I can say what she did or how she got the money. But when you say you get caught with 3 mansions, I don't think you get caught with no mansion, bro. You get what I'm saying? Maybe it's just probably getting disclosed to some people, and some people don't like the fact that activists has such a lavish home, but preachers have big homes too. You get what I'm saying? And some people don't like that. Some people don't like the fact that senators and congressmen get paid off of stocks that they're on committees for, which brings me to something that you said earlier that I disagree with. Senators make more off the stock market and Wall Street, and senators and congressmen, your elected officials, make more money off the economy than anybody else, and not by twice as much or 3 times as much. I said this stat earlier. The average American yields about negative 1.5% on the stock market. Warren Buffett yields about 2.5%. That because he's supposed to be that good, right? And predicting where things go. The average senator and congressman, you know what they yield, Vic, off the stock market? 12.5%. So why would they want to destroy the economy that they making the most off of than anybody in America? Nancy Pelosi just put up $10 million in stock. It's a whole graph. I'll probably do a whole episode on that. But money in politics is a big thing. I got to disagree with you on that, where they want to destroy the economy just to move to cryptocurrency. They don't have to do that. They got the power of the pen, baby. They can just go in there and sign the law and make it happen.
You think all their eggs are in this basket? Most of their money is in China.
Where do you get your sources from right there? How do you know that? Because it's a stock right here. Because in 2013, they said, hey, you have to disclose when you're making money off the stocks. That's how I know my information. Where do you get the information about where their bank accounts at? How much money they have? Because what I said was public record. Where did you get that from?
Pretty much, I listen to the radio and I hear these things that being said, so I'm going with it.
All right, man. Well, you gotta cite them sources, man. You can't just go with that stuff, man, and then not be able to cite the sources when somebody asks you, Vic. But we about to wrap this up in a second anyway. I don't do Twitter. I have a Twitter account, but I don't really be up there. I'm more active on Instagram, right here on YouTube, man. That's where I'm at the most. But if you have stuff on Twitter, send it to me, or you can just email me at marknash27@gmail. That email and my IG and all of that is in the description block of this video. Guys, I got one more video, and I just want you guys to give me your final thoughts. This is the mother explaining her last conversation with her son.
You have been pulled over by the police. Can you please share with us what you all said to each other?
He called me and he said, Mom, I've just been pulled over. I said, for what? They said they pulled me over because I had air fresheners hanging in the rearview mirror. I said, okay, we'll take them down.
Like a real mama would tell him.
He said, well, they're also asking for insurance. And I said, well, when the police officer comes back up to the window, give him the phone and I can explain and give him all the insurance information. He said, okay. And then the police officers came back up to the window and asked Daunte to step out of the car. And Daunte said, for what? Am I in trouble? And the officer said, we're going to explain that when you step out of the car. So, and they asked him to put the phone down. And I heard the phone getting put down pretty hard, whether it was on the floor. I don't know where he put the phone down. And then I heard scuffling and the girl that was with him screaming. And I heard an officer ask for them to hang up the phone, and then I didn't hear anything else. I tried to call back three, 4 times, and then the girl that was with him answered the phone, and she said that they shot him, and he was laying in the driver's seat, unresponsive. And then I heard an officer ask her to hang up the phone again, and then after that, this is the last time I seen my son. I haven't seen him since.
That shit hard to watch, man. That shit hard to watch. I don't know how you can have a heart and not feel for that mother and that father and feel their pain. And Vic, I didn't get him out of here, but I was about to get him out of here anyway. Vic, you cool, man. Yeah, man, I think he got out of here when I said something about, hey, man, you got to be able to cite your sources, baby. Tell me guys, what do you think of that video? Just heartbreaking, man, just to any parent. And think about it. You're right there in the county, right down the street, less than 10 miles where this case is going on. And all you're thinking is, I'm glad it wasn't my son. And you're never thinking you're going to get the call where it's your son. And that's what I think Vic is off base on. He's listening to too much Fox News. He needs to understand they're not his friend neither. Go ahead, Jack and Neil.
I really wanted to ask Vic. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I really wanted to ask Vic before he got off what he thought about those camps that are on the border. But we didn't get the chance to have that conversation.
Man, I wish we would have asked him that, but I didn't want to lose because that's a whole nother political argument, and that shit whack too. But he definitely sounds like a conservative. It sounds like he listened to a lot of Fox News talking points, and that's fine too. If that's what you want to do. But because I even watch Fox News sometimes just to see what the ops talking about. You dig? And but I gotta remind myself it's entertainment news. They'll tell you that. Sean Hannity is these aren't correspondents and pundits. Like, man, they entertainment journalism. It's like watching WWE. No disrespect to WWE. How about that? Yeah, man, mother's heartbreaking plea right there. Jack, you want to speak on that part real quick?
I think that video is really hard to watch. I really feel bad for that family. It's a loss all the way around. In terms of these situations, what I really want to stress to everyone who's listening, everyone is going to take a L from this. It doesn't matter if you're the family of the officer who did the shooting. It doesn't matter if you're the family member of the person who was shot. Everyone in some way, shape, and form is going to lose from this situation. It could be financially. It'll probably be 360. And for both people involved, there is a loss some way, somehow with that. And when we create these disturbances. These are the results. It's like when you drop a nuclear bomb. There's radiation, there's fallout, and it lasts for years. You understand? That's why you're careful with these things. You don't let them out so much. That's why we don't kill each other. You know, because these things have disturbances that we let out. So, you know, unfortunately, on a human level, we have to figure out what we're going to do about stopping these kind of problems from even happening from, you know, it could be brother to brother. You know, it's a real problem.
Absolutely. Neo, what's your reply to what he said, and also the video of the mother of Mr. Wright, her heartbreaking story of being on the phone with her son seconds before he was shot, just seconds.
And it's disturbing, and that's just putting it lightly. I am literally traveling this country. I get to see firsthand these people's heartfelt sentiments and their disdain for Black people. I get to see on the road just how many Trump 2020 stickers are still going, how many Trump 2020 flags are still flying, how many Confederate flags are still flying very high. And as a Black man, I have to go and work amongst these people. I have a family at home. I have a little girl. The last thing I want is to be another one of these news broadcasts where another Black man is killed. But at the same time, my daughter's going to grow up, and her son or daughter is going to have that same question. No. How many more of us need to die? Is it a statistic? Statistically, only 16 of us died. Okay, that's fine. That's one per month and then some. Is that too many? I say one is too many. If we are treated the same way, and those rights, those constitutional rights and amendments apply to us the same way that it applies to everyone else, then why is it so difficult to enforce that? Why is it so difficult for a police officer who is bound by his contract to protect and serve no matter what community he's in, if it is his sworn duty to protect life and limb, why is it so easy for them to bat an eye and off one of us? And nobody is disturbed by this? We should just be peaceful and you know, turn the other cheek. Like and what would Martin do? Martin's not God for me.
Let's go.
I love Martin. I love him. I listen to his sermons. I like on the road. I jump on YouTube and I will pull up a Malcolm sermon. I'll pull up a Martin sermon. I'll pull up a Marcus Garvey lecture, and I'll listen for hours because I literally have to spend hours on the road, and I listen to them relentlessly. Nowhere in any of their sermons do they say that we have to keep taking this lion down. Martin didn't even say that. He said he did advocate for peace, but then he also regretted that because he felt that he led us into a burning building before they assassinated him.
Yeah, man. Martin Luther King also was famous as saying, how's the quote go? He said, riots are the voice of the unheard.
Exactly.
So that was I forgot to get to that part when Vic said, what would Martin Luther King think about her having a mansion? Like, hey, look, man, public speaking. People get paid to speak, man. So I don't know her finances and what she does with her money is her money. I get it. Some people don't like the fact. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to concur. Black Lives Matter is a PR company. First off, its job, its role is to promote the plight, the stresses, the needs of the Black community. Okay, we might not have all agreed for its creation, but that is the overall tool of that. Okay, so that's, if anything happens to someone, that is a network in which information can be passed through. It's a PR marketing, corporation on our behalf. That's all it is. The person who came up with that idea, the one who set that in motion, and the one who basically owns the Twitter and all the accounts and all that stuff, that would be that lady who's in the video. What's her name, Nash?
You talking about the interviewer, or you talking about Tamika Mallory? You talking about the
Tamika
mother?
Mallory is the CEO of.
Oh, I don't know.
The CEO.
Oh, of Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
I'll pull it up right now. CEO Black Lives Matter. This is the co-founder. Her name is Patrice Cullors.
Okay.
She's the one that's under fire for having mansions and stuff.
All right. So Miss Cullors, she's entitled to that. She owns, she has a stake in something that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. And the president and the president, I believe. Let me see. Black Lives Matter. A letter from our president. I'll pull it up. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up for you though.
But would you guys agree or, disagree and say that she is entitled to have some type of wealth from what she does? I mean, she's a part of something that can literally touch the cell phones of multi-million people around the world.
Yeah, Patrice Cullors, Alicia Garza, and Opal Tometi. I don't want to mess your name up. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the names wrong. Don't kill me in the comments. Yeah, I don't think an activist should necessarily die poor. It's a full-time job, activism. You get what I'm saying? And also people pay you to speak. People pay you to speak. What is lobbying? Lobbyists just sit around and go to Congress and buy drinks and take politicians out to dinner. And some people say, hey, look, every representative has an office somewhere right there across the street because they can't do certain business in the building. They just go across the street to their office and do those lobbying deals. A lot of people don't even know that. But yeah, man, former presidents make millions of dollars just going around doing speeches. Former representatives, it's a revolving door in Congress. You work for the public sector, you go over and work in government, then you put laws in place for people, and then when you leave government, you go back and work for those same companies and benefit off of the laws that you helped get put in. It's a revolving door, even from people that work with Biden. One of the ladies worked with Biden. She was one of the people that worked with the NFL when they was having that crisis with all the abuse on the women. So I get it, man. People want to pay you to travel and speak. What you do with your money is your own money. I don't think people should be mad that she has wealth and money. Some people don't like the fact TD Jakes has so much money, or Joel Osteen. So I don't like the fact that my elected officials join Congress as regular citizens, not making a lot of money, but by the time they retire, they're multimillionaires. I don't get that, and I don't like that. But go ahead.
We should have also asked Vic, what does he think about the Pope, for example?
Man, I ain't want to ask Vic nothing else. You know what I wanted to tell Vic the whole time?
Silence.
That's what I wanted to tell Vic. Vic was making me mad at sometimes. I was like, you know what?
You act like a little bitch right now.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get him out the car. Yo, like, bro, you tripping, man. Like, some of this shit, it sounds like self-hate too, man. I'm like, bro, like, you said y'all, bro, you one of us. Mexican brother with that strong accent too. Got a strong Mexican accent. Man, you're not on their side, but that's another thing about the system. They have you think as long as you're not black, you all right. And that's global. Like the darker you are, the harder you treated a lot of times. And that's globally, man. Even in India. Like, come on, Brazilians. I don't know what I know you say you overseas. I know you're in an Asian country, right? Which one? If you can share. Oh, he's gone. He dipped off. But yeah, Neo, you travel around, you know what's going on, man. Like I look, I try to give people a platform, let people speak and be heard, but some of this shit it's indefensible. And he's trying to defend it and saying they want a race war with you guys so they can shut down the economy. I'm like, bro, you tripping. That's what you think? Yeah, man. Brother Ricky Williams just pulled in. What's up, Rick?
What's up, bro? Peace to the gods. How y'all doing?
Peace to you, man.
Cool. Chilling.
Just stepped in the room.
Hey, man. Shout out to Ricky, man. This our man on the ground, man. Like he's in the area. He, you know what I'm saying? He seeing the reflection of what's going on and got his pulse on got his hand on the pulse of the culture right there, face to face. What's the city like right now?
Hey, man, it's Minneapolis, bro. Same thing, different story. Same thing, same reactions, bro. I don't know what our people don't get, bro. You can't keep getting kicked down, bro, and coming back with shoulda, woulda, couldas, bro.
Word.
I don't know what people expect. You gonna get the same thing the last dude got if y'all keep coming there with these protests. Don't y'all understand it's a war going on?
They don't hear it. They are not feeling it.
Which part of this don't y'all understand?
Go ahead, Rick. You got the floor.
Please.
Right?
You can't tell y'all. I'm sorry.
You can't ask your oppressor for freedom, bro. You gotta take it.
Exactly.
This what I've been telling y'all forever, bro. It's simple, bro. Let these cops get lit up. It's simple. If you've been in the military, Mark, you already know it's gonna be casualties, bro. But at least it's casualties for change.
Or
not casualties for symbolisms and here we come with our head out again to have the people that's doing the shit to you fix their own problems. They're not gonna fix their problem. Why?
Because I'm white and I think so.
But Rick, here's the thing. Is that the answer?
Yes.
Granted, and I'm gonna push you on this. You're not gonna have more ammunition in your house than what they're gonna pull up with.
But this the thing y'all don't understand, right? This is why I keep trying to tell us we need to keep saying we need to get on code. We need to unite and move as one. It's always more of us than them, bro.
It is.
It's always more us than them, bro. Everybody strap up and move out and see what happened.
Well, I know they brought the National Guard out up there real quick for those protesters, but what was it? January the 6th when the insurrection occurred.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Nothing
This is America. Everybody got a poll. Everybody got a poll. But it's like I said before, our people don't stick together because who gonna take care of your family when you gone?
Right.
This is the game.
Yeah, Rick, you hitting it on the head with something right there that brother Bakari was speaking about. I might not agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment, but what I will say is this: that cameraman, yeah, I get it. You see the guy with his hand in his pocket with an improvised move, the handcuffed man, you're just on his neck for 9 minutes, right? But you got a UFC, well, not a UFC fighter, but a trained mixed martial artist there in tears and hurting because he knows he can go get, we found out what Derek Chauvin is 145. Like, oh, you're a little boy. That's why you doing all this tough guy shit. You're little. You're welterweight. Okay. You walk around welterweight. You know what I'm saying? So you in the midst of that, but too many times we see people holding the camera, documenting, and we just watching our loved ones die. Stop. Leave him alone. He didn't do nothing. And we just holding the camera. Or we telling people, hey, record this. Or we recording the cops hitting us and beating us up and showing us not resist. I'm not resisting. That shit is crazy, bro. I don't agree with that. I'm not trying to incite any riots, but I'm here to tell you, there's no way I can be sitting there and watch my loved one. We going out together then. Because people are like, well, if I intervene, I'm gonna get shot. Well, I'm gonna get shot then, but I'm coming with a soccer kick right now to the face. Get off of him.
The point is this, bro. I don't know, survival of the fittest, right? The law of nature is that every animal wants to live, right? Self-preservation is key. But people are so afraid that they'll let somebody kill them. I'm a man before I'm anything. Before I'm anything, I'm a man. And if you come up and you disrespect me and put your hands on me, I don't care if you're the president of the United States. We gotta go. I might get my ass whooped. You might get your ass whooped, but we going. They training like I said, they conditioning our children and people to be passive. Just like you said, like recording a situation help it. Does recording a situation help fucking George Floyd? It's on tape that the man killed when they still in the fucking court talking about
Bullshit. You heard the new shit they was doing today. They was talking about it might have been carbon monoxide. I was like, well, it's still. That was the new shit they just brought in today. It could have been carbon monoxide. The car is a hybrid, so the officers couldn't even tell the car if the car was running or not. But I'm like, that's still, you guys got him on the ground right there by the carbon monoxide. So it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, shit happened on camera, man. And I think they might get a mistrial, bro. And it pisses me off because we saw Walter Scott get shot in the back, running away. Cop does this, somebody, and then go picks up his plants his taser, and that was a mistrial. We seen this happen on camera. Mistrial. Rodney King, they got off. Fruitvale Station got off. Tamir Rice just at the park got off. These dudes are getting off, man. This some bullshit, yo. And I ain't mad when they say they about to burn the city down. I'm like, oh well.
Right.
Oh well.
It's civil unrest. What you think happens with civil unrest? Their own militia groups raided the Capitol. But
20% of those were law enforcement, according to the FBI.
They were law enforcement, FBI, government officials. Everybody turned up at that thing. That was orchestrated, and it was plainly obvious when people were still walking in the velvet ropes in between.
One shot. Only one shot was fired. In the midst of all of that, one shot, and one lady got shot and died. But they killed the police officer. They tased the police officer. They was pepper spraying police. They broke into the fucking Capitol. One shot fired. And that's what I'm saying to people like Vic who called in. Like, bro, if you don't see what's going on, you're insane, my brother.
They came in with assault rifles, weaponry, plastic handcuffs, like the zip tie handcuffs. They came prepared. But yet, when we show up to a peaceful protest, now get this, When we show up to a peaceful protest with picket signs and things of that nature, singing Kumbaya, the whole army comes to protect interests. Please explain the double standard. I'll wait.
You said it. It's a double standard, and it's simple to see. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep asking. You can't. After a while, you gotta stop asking, bro.
Right.
After a while, you gotta get out your daddy's house.
Get off your mama's.
But like I said, people, and this what people, when you get comfortable because you have nothing, you have no legacy, you have nothing to represent, you ain't got nothing to fight for.
Ain't got nothing to lose.
You ain't got nothing to fight for. They got everybody hyped up on fear and misdirection and psyoptic energy. People don't know they left from they right now. Right? But for me to say this is a new occurrence, I'd be lying. We've been going up, like I said, this has been going on since I've been in this world. And the same thing keep happening. They kill our people, and people go and protest and rob and tear up their neighborhoods that they live in. No, let's go tear their shit up.
That part.
Let's go downtown. Let's hit up Wells Fargo. Let's hit up the Bank of America. Let's hit up the Target Center. The shit that make them money.
Right. If we seen what happened last year when we were protesting and whatnot, the National Guard showed up to those very places. As soon as the riot started going on, they didn't go to Walmart. No, the National Guard went straight to the bank. And parked tanks in front of the bank already. So it's like, are they egging this on? Yeah, probably they are. I don't really care why they're doing it. I already know what they're doing. I already know that me personally, I've gotten pulled over for my tail light, not even my tail light, my license plate light being like out, and they impounded my car, searched my car, had me out in handcuffs because my license plate light was out. Brett. I mean, that's just one thing. I'm just sharing that one part, but when is enough enough? I mean, enough was generations ago. What's going on now? Enough's enough when Martin died. Enough is enough when Malcolm died. Enough's enough when the Black Panthers got psyopted by the CIA. Enough's enough when in the 80s the CIA introduced crack to our neighborhoods. Enough's enough been a long time ago.
Yeah, man, they kill your leaders, man, and then they kill your leaders, and they tell you to be peaceful. Lucy Herb, you said there are cameras everywhere, and now and on cops. So not all places. Even with the camera went off with the Nash when they attacked the dude up there in Virginia with the pepper spray. They said the camera went off because of that. The police officers who attacked an undercover cop in St. Louis during the protest, their cameras weren't on. Like, all police aren't required to wear body cams. That's something that we shouldn't even be having a debate about. That what's the debate if you're doing everything right?
What's the difference, bro? If even with a camera,
we still going to court and like,
what difference it make?
Qualified immunity.
If you caught on camera stealing a pack of now laters, ain't nothing to talk about.
Right. Little baby girl
to talk about.
Little baby girl got caught, didn't get caught, but walked out with her mother with a baby doll in her hand from the store. The police came out, guns drawn. It was the citizens that actually had to calm the police down because it was a threat that the baby girl walked out with a 99-cent store doll.
Yeah, I remember that story.
What? Like,
but Ricky has a good point. Like, regular citizens, it's closed, it's open and closed. look, it don't even have to be on tape. If I go to court for a speeding ticket, the officer said I did it, I say I didn't do it, I'm guilty. That's it. There's no other witness, no evidence. It's just his word against mine. And that qualifying immunity is some bullshit. But in this situation right here, we constantly seeing police officers murder people on camera. People are watching. Witnesses are there. It's on camera. It's on the body cam. It's hidden cameras. Like, and we still having a trial because they know all they need is one person. So you had the guy in New Orleans get his ass beat. He a cop. Got his ass beat. Face messed up by other cops. To go to trial, they beat it. All three of them beat it. Even though two of them flipped and testified against them other cops, they still beat it. So, and I didn't hear a lot of coverage on this trial. You know what I'm saying? Because it was mixed emotions. Some people are saying that's what you get. Black cop, you out there undercover in the protests. We've been hearing for years that cops infiltrate the protests and they are the ones who are inciting the riots. And then we have a cop who gets beat up by police while he's undercover in the protest, and we're thinking like, okay, did you get beat up? Like, yeah, we said you got beat up, but you shouldn't have been there anyway, undercover.
Like what? That was part of his job. What do you mean? Oh,
look, they even had text messages of one of the accusers. I did a whole story about this. Apologizing to him and said I sent him a letter, and they had the text message, public record, because they using evidence. I talked about it on my show, and he's apologizing for beating him up. Still beat that case, man. I bet the two that pled guilty was like, damn, I should have stayed on code. I probably could have kept my job and not going to jail, but I took the deal, going to jail, lost my job, and these dudes beat it. So it's a ugly situation right here, Ricky. I can't express it enough. Jack, what do you feel about this, man? Some people, he's saying, man, we got to meet force with force. It's not a popular opinion, but what do you say to that, Jack, when people say we got to bring force to force?
Okay, can you guys hear me clear?
Yeah, but you're kind of low. You sound like you too relaxed over there, man. You sound like you getting a back rub, a foot massage. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I am in Bangkok, but
oh, must be nice. Go ahead.
But salute to you, gentlemen. Honestly, how I feel about that is that I would say with these situations, force on force would be very difficult because we don't have the armory that they do. We don't have the amount of rounds that they have the capacity to put against us. So if we're going to talk actual, factual, realistically about the situation, you know, what are some steps that we can do before we get to that point? Could more of us apply for the police departments en masse? Can we start our own police departments? You know, I believe there's several steps in which we can, you know, apply before we actually get to a point where we're deciding, you know, making a war parties and shit like that. So, and if we are going to do that, we're going to have to get our logistics right, because who are our suppliers going to be? If we have all these enemies amongst us, you know, who are going to be our suppliers in which we get this, the supply of everything that we would need? Are we supposed to make it ourselves if we have to, you know? So those are a lot of conversations that, you know, there's a lot of other steps that I think that we should try to implement before we would have to go to that point. But, you know, there seems to be no respect. There seems to be no empathy, and the loss of your life and what that will do to you and your family seems not to matter. So that's 3 strikes against you every day.
Interesting. Go ahead, Ricky. What do you say today? He said it's other steps we need to implement first before we meet force with force.
Yeah. like I said, man, the whole problem is there's no unified front. You got people that's passive on one side and people that's aggressive. It's the nature of life. It's yin and yang. All I can say is this, and I done told you this before. My wife already know if a cop or anybody harms anybody in my family and take their life, she already know where I'm going. It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to discuss. We gonna have our cries. We gonna have our moment. And then whoever it is, like I said, a cop with me ain't gotta worry about no trial, B. You ain't gotta worry about it. I'm coming to light your ass up. And whoever getting away, they gonna get it too. Like I said, the whole problem with society as a whole is that no one fears retribution. The only people that fear retaliation is the black man and woman. So don't think for a second you gonna kill somebody in my family and you don't pay the price. Plain and simple, short and sweet.
I mean, ask yourself this one question right here. The Viet Cong was drastically outnumbered, drastically out-equipped when they were fighting. Does America actually like to claim that being an actual war? No, because they got their asses handed to them. They were drastically under-equipped, underprepared for that war. I'm just saying, we don't necessarily have to have everything that we need. We don't have to match bullet for bullet. We need to match balls with balls. And last time I checked, black folks, just saying. There's plenty of other examples of that same situation where it was the small group that did the most damage and knocked the taste out of. They took all the taste of war out of the U.S. when they tried to go in there. All of those wars are the wars that they don't like to talk about. The Philippines. What happened there? Do they even really talk about that? No, not at all. Why? Because black folks actually went over switch sides. Do they talk about the black folks that actually switched sides and started fighting with the Vietnamese? No, they like to brush that under the rug. It doesn't matter how much equipment you have. It matters how many cojones you have.
That's a good point right there. And that's what Ricky was saying too. We got to get organized and got to be brave. Real quick, let me take this phone call real quick before I give it back to you guys. D-Ray, go ahead, talk to me.
This is Bakari.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother Bakari. Talk to me, brother. I'm sorry.
Man, I was listening in, man. There's something I want to say, man. I put it in the chat, but I'm going to say it. We talk about what they going to do to us if we fight back. Shit, they killing you and you ain't fighting back. Why are we constantly looking for reasons not to fight back? If they killing you anyway, what's the difference? Maybe if you fight back, they might stop. If you fight back, something might change. I'm just saying that's a possibility. I just wanted to say that. That's all I want, because I saw you put my other thing on there, because I was listening in.
If I missed
talking to my son,
yeah, if I listened in. I missed that.
And even with the dude Vic, I keep telling y'all, everybody else is worried about their people. Stop reaching y'all hands out, man, trying to make people love y'all. Everybody love themselves, bruh. That's all I wanted to say, man. One love.
Hey, thanks for calling in, bro. I appreciate that, man. I love the phone line. I love that. Get in, get out, say what you got to say sometimes. That's cool. Everybody don't want to beam in. Sometimes people just want to call in. And that's cool too. I love it. What do you guys think? Jack, let's go to Jack first, all the way in Bangkok.
Yep. All right. So look, I think that people overall, we all need protection. No one likes to wake up feeling like this type of depression
Can you
every
speak up
morning.
just a little bit,
You know,
brother Jack? I'm sorry. Just speak up just a little bit or bring the
yeah.
phone
Can
a
you
little
guys hear
closer.
me clear?
That's better now. That's perfect.
All right. So I really believe that all of us hate to wake up every morning to look at CNN and
It's choppy. It's choppy. They don't like what you're saying over there in Bangkok. It's choppy up. It's chopped up again.
I hear
it
what you're
could be,
saying.
but
There you go. There
I
you go. There you
really,
go.
all right. So I really feel like most people, they don't want to feel this way every day, to continue on and to pass this on to our children, this overall feeling of depression, like, well, there's another person who was killed like this. I really feel that it's pressing on our minds. And what's the solution for all this? That's the real point of this whole discussion. How are we going to change this? I don't believe that defunding the police department is going to do it, because the problem is with the police. There are people who are employed by this government based on this government's laws that state that you can treat certain people in a certain way. And so this is why you're always going to have these things. There's different ways in which you're supposed to deal with certain people. So a Chinese man or a Italian man, I might treat them differently in New York, depending on where they come from, where they might live, and what they bring to society. And so, since we're treated like this every day, this is what we're constantly seeing. So why should we, spend our money to support Budweiser Corporation or Dasani or all these other corporations or any of these things? The trash, the trash company that comes and collects my garbage and also my disposable metals that I give them every month that I've paid for, that I could refurbish myself and then make a profit from it. There's certain things that we need to look at, and there's steps that we need to take before we jump off into the overall. That's all I'm going to say. I hope everyone could hear me.
Yeah. You started fading it a little bit at the end, but we can hear you for the most part. Jack, here, and I'm gonna go to Rick and then Neo, and then we can get everybody final remarks. This is what I'm saying here. That defund the police shit, I don't know who thought that was a dope marketing plan. That shit just sounds trash. It makes people it scares people, right? Who don't have who feels like, hey, the police won't come if I call them, right? That's some bullshit. What I do think will be a good solution, other than what Ricky and I'm saying too, I get it. Like when it's your family, hey, be down. Get down how you get down. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But we aren't together. But I feel like one thing that could be done fundamentally is we have to break down these police unions, and also qualified immunity it needs to be a thing of the past. Also, officers shouldn't be able to retire like this or just quit prematurely and still get their pensions when they we can't undercharge these officers neither. Sometimes they go for murder one. I heard a lot of people say murder one. Yeah, I was like, yeah, if you give a murder one, she gonna beat that. You gotta do like they do us. They throw all the charges at us when we get charged with some shit. That one incident with us would have been like 13 counts. You get what I'm saying? A charge for this, charge for that, reckless homicide, reckless endangerment. They'll charge you with the murder, manslaughter 2, manslaughter 3, murder 3. Like, yeah, they're gonna give you all of those. All they need to do is convict on one, and they'll break down the statute for the jury. Also, I think the biggest thing too is you have to lobby to change these laws. Like, the money shouldn't come from the taxpayers. It's no responsibility there. There's no accountability. If the taxpayers are paying the settlements should come from the pensions, should come from police unions. These officers should be individually licensed, insured, and bonded. Because you know what? Too many settlements. You know what? You can't be a police officer no more. If I get in enough car accidents, you know what happened to my insurance? It goes up so high. I can't even afford the insurance anymore. That's what needs to happen with these officers. But just to giving the citizens the bill is crazy. These unions are crazy. and those companies that pulled out of Georgia, how they pulled out of Georgia because they didn't like the law that the governor Kemp signed here. Okay, I get it. They need to do the same shit with these police unions, because a lot of people donate to these police unions. Tell those big companies to stop supporting that, because that's who's paying for Derek Chauvin's lawyer, the police union. This officer Kim Potter, when she goes to court, it's gonna be a police union right there for her. So it's a lot of the bullshit is already sewn into the fabric. It's not the bug, it's the feature that they kill and police black people and people of color at a disproportionate rate. With that said, I digress, man. I pass the mic Rick and then Neil.
Man, this like quick lesson for the day. Do y'all know what public means?
Talk to me.
Right. So look, you hear all these people whenever you look at a news cycle or a news story, right? Oh, the cops are here to protect the public, right? The public, right? Ain't that what they tell you?
Yeah, but they really talking about businesses though.
Right. Thank you. What people need to understand, whenever you see public park, public servant, public whatever, that's the government. They are there to protect the government, the system at hand. So what does that mean? That should let you know off bat that you got to deal with a public servant in a certain type of way. You either gonna comply or you gonna get down. You gonna comply or you gonna get down. What's up? The number one rule is to make it home to your family. And it's just funny to me how people keep thinking something gonna change for black people when the large proportionate of these accidents, supposedly accidents, you know, grabbing the wrong gun, even though a taser and a pistol don't feel nothing alike in your hand. If you held one, you know what I'm talking about. Right?
Right.
So I got my mic on mute, but yeah, I hear you.
Right? So it's just funny how the large proportion of these accidents happen to a people of a particular color or a particular nation. Right?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Stop thinking these people are your friends. Stop talking to police. If you looking to make it home, comply, get your ass home. Yeah, your pride gonna hurt if they doing you bogus. But if you ain't ready to get down, sit your ass down. But like I said before, bro, shouldn't nobody be able to come up and take your life while somebody holding a camera in your face? You could have a dog all his life. You could have raised that dog from the time it was a litter of puppies. fed it every day, gave it water every day, walked it every day, played with it, rubbed behind his ears. But if you kick that dog long enough, he gonna bite your ass. He gonna fight back. A man was supposed to be a beast on a leash, a civilized monster. Where are monsters at? I swear for God, they hurt my family, they gonna see the monster come out. I hope you would do the same for your family.
Absolutely. Hey, yeah, Lucy Herb. Look, I don't know if you heard that wrong, but I don't think anybody up here is saying, "Hey, defund the police" was a good thing. I was like, "Yo, that was bad marketing, and it's not it's not fundamental change. It's about moving money and allocated it to other programs and resources. That's some bullshit. That's just another way for them to steal money too, and siphon money out. That's some bullshit. What they need to do, like I said, in my opinion." But I just said you can rewind it, but I don't think I said nobody up here said, "Yo, defund the police is the way to go," because they're not really defunding them. Go ahead, Neil. You want to reply to what Ricky said though, or anything that was done?
I can't agree more with his sentiments right now. He's speaking fact right now. We're at a crossroads. It's time to figure out whether we're going left or right. You can't sit idle, because if you just continue going straight, you're going to run into a wall. That wall is out for your demise. They've already made it plainly clear that they do not want to see you continue on. I mean, like how many more? Like, I keep asking the same question. How many more times? How many more examples do we need? Johnson and Johnson. If you want to take it down that road, Johnson and Johnson just had a person just die off of their single shot vaccine. Right? Where are they putting this Johnson and Johnson product? Well, Johnson and Johnson has always been in the Black community. So I'm asking, you need that as an example? Or no, that's too far into conspiracy. All right, let's look at something else. Let's look at continue looking at this police reform. They have to keep on reforming. Every time something happens, it's police reform. Reform this, reform that. Man, I'm really about to get on my Samuel L. Jackson, and because where exactly have they reformed anything? Every time that they have one of these quote unquote accidents, they go into retraining mode. They have to retrain, and they have to go through sympathy courses where they have to be empathetic to Black people and this, that, and the other. They have to go through a history course and take this and do sympathy training. But yet, the numbers are still rising. Black people are still dying at alarming rates. How effective is this retraining? How effective is it? Is it doing the job? Are our tax dollars going to their retraining? Is it actually being effective? No. It's just like the prison industrial complex. You put these people, you incarcerate these people, and you're expecting them to reform, but none of them do. It's a revolving door, and these people are put right back into that system. Same thing with the cops, right? It's a revolving door. They get a slap on the wrist. They spend some time off, a nice little vacation, paid vacation, and then they're right back to the porch where they get to kill another Black person. You're paying your taxes to pay for the people that are going to kill you. Is this what we're doing here? How long are we going to continue participating in this shell game, where obviously it's rigged? It's rigged, and I can't stress that enough. It's painfully obvious that the system is not in your favor. It is not in your favor and never has been. And nothing has changed. Another example, Oregon just maybe 5 years ago changed their government policy or state policy that says that it's illegal for black people to live there. Now they ignored that, but it was still on the record. But it wasn't until like 5 years ago that they decided that, okay, maybe we should have a meeting to get this taken off. So many people showed up to fight against that. And there's equality here. Because they showed up to protest to not change it.
That's crazy.
Am I the only one over here? Like, what in the royal hell is really going on?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I ain't never even heard of that. My cousin Drew in Baltimore, he said, I like these guys on the show tonight. That's what's up, man. Appreciate that. Man, yeah, man, it's been a hell of a show. Let me go around real quick. Jack, let me get your final thoughts on everything we discussed tonight, man. I don't want this thing to go past the 3 hour mark. I'm gonna try to wrap it up. Give me your final thoughts on everything, the videos we showed.
Salute first off.
Yes, sir.
Marq Nash, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you more, man.
Everybody that was on the panel, for sure, this was a great episode. Just want to say there's so many steps that we have to implement first, in which that we, gain our actual success. So it's not about, emotional anything. It's just about getting it done, handling the business, and getting the goal accomplished. So let's not worry ourselves on all the bullshit. Let's just worry about getting it done. Every man has to start to prepare. That's key. And after that point, we, if you know, you know. But it's time, and it's time for us to all start preparing. And we all have these platforms. Marq Nash has a great platform in which he facilitates conversation, dialogue, and he also, is just a great moderator and, producer, putting on these great shows. Man, that background work is dope. And
thank you, sir.
I just want to just say salute. And, if you want to hit me up, catch me on Twitter, AeonJack909 on Twitter. And Mark, hey, if you're on Twitter, drop me a link, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. I gotta check my Twitter name. I don't even know what my name is. It should be Marq Nash, or it should be Nash_Mark. But it's Marq Nash or either Mark. But yeah, I'm Marq Nash everywhere, man. But you'll see the name in the logo. But it's me up there. Man, thank you again for pulling up, man. All the way calling from Bangkok. What time is it where you at over there in Bangkok? Jack, what time is it in Bangkok?
Not even 1 o'clock, so it's about 1:30.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Thanks again, man. Ricky, tell people, give people your final. Yeah, no doubt. Give people your matter of fact, let's go to Neo first, and we'll close out with Ricky. Neo, give me your final thoughts on everything we discussed tonight, and from the videos to, pardon me, from the videos to your final take on everything, as far as even this officer being charged. Will we get justice?
Will we get justice? The only time we're going to get justice is if we take these videos at face value. They're the reason why we should actually go and reclaim these. Go get your lady pair. Go get your man pair. You need to go reclaim those. Okay? Those. Reclaim them. Because that's the only time somebody's going to actually respect you as
I'm sorry, sir. What was that?
Huh?
What was that?
These are Benoit balls. They're actually hematite, but I'm just...
Nigga, did you just hold up some testicles on the screen?
Some testicles on the screen right now. You need yours.
Bruh.
See anything like that before? Hell, I ain't never even heard of anything.
The drops, bro.
This dude don't put out some nuts. Hey, look. Thanks for adding some comedy back to the show that was very serious. My man said you need to get you some of the. So you just drive around in the truck with some balls in you. Okay, no, never mind. Let's just. I'm gonna be quiet.
Silence.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
Oh man, just go ahead and get your manhood back together and act like you got a pair. Right? I mean, because they ain't gonna respect you. They ain't gonna respect you if you don't. I'm just saying, look. Every time, every one of these situations is just gonna repeat itself. It's gonna be repackaged, and somebody else is gonna be on a t-shirt. Somebody else is gonna be airbrushed on a t-shirt. How many more t-shirts? We got a whole clothing line of black folks on t-shirts.
That's
just
crazy.
A mural of dead black folks. Are you tired of wearing those t-shirts and logos and all that stuff? When are we gonna start putting some white folks on t-shirts? I'll wait.
Don't wait, because we run out of time on the show. My man said, "Hey, look, my show called Breaking Beats. D-Ray put breaking balls." They cloud of you, bro. You got the testicles with you. Go ahead, man. Land your plane, though. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, all right, but that's the end of it. Neophyte Bokor, always ranting and raving when I jump on these panels and whatnot. I'm glad that I actually have a space provided by Mr. Marq Nash, for one, where I can come and display my pair. You know?
You can't make this shit up, man. He's still holding them in his hand. Put them down.
But hold on, I gotta.
No, man, don't show me no more.
I keep them in a little box right here. You know.
Are you kidding me?
But that way they're in a safe space all the time.
Now, what's the significance of those though? Real quick before we pass to Ricky, you got to explain that to the audience though.
Oh, all right.
Briefly, if you can.
Hematite is for grounding. It's centering. It's basically a form of iron ore. Basically, it's for grounding. I just have different forms of it everywhere. I keep crystals and whatnot, things of that nature. That's part of that. But you know, commercially, hematite is used to be the glue that puts together your steel, your commercial grade steel, your concrete, things of that nature. But hematite is still one of those grounding things that you use to ground your.
All right, appreciate it. For enlightening us too, and thank you for pulling up. Ricky, take us home, man. Give us your final thoughts on everything that we talked about. Will they get? You think we're gonna get a conviction in this case with Floyd, or do you think this officer, she gonna go to jail for this crime?
With Derek Chauvin going to jail, I could tell y'all that right now. He's going to jail because he violated procedure. What I tell y'all before, it's not about if they shoot or kill somebody, it's if they follow procedure.
Right.
They at work. It's just like if you worked at a fucking printing plant and you chop somebody's arm off in a machine, they're gonna ask you, did you follow all your procedure? Did you do all your checks?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But because they already proved that by their own system, he's the sacrificial lamb. He's the ones they sending off to slaughter. The lady gonna get off. She gonna get off. She probably get probation or some crazy shit like that. But to keep this simple, first and foremost, peace to the gods and goddesses. I call y'all that because that's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
We need to learn to take control of our own universes, our own realities, and shape them to what we need to be. Shout out to Marq Nash, as always, the hardest working man on YouTube. Y'all know what it is.
Tell people where they can follow you a bit, dog.
Hey, follow me at Ricky Williams here on YouTube. Just look for that logo. I'm on Instagram under R_Dubs and now on Twitter under R_Dubs. That's ARE_DUBBZ. And you can catch me on Facebook under Ricky Williams. That's my government name. Yes, it's the government's name. I I got two things to say, man. Look, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A man dies once. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A man only dies once.
What's the second thing you wanted to say?
Number two, a man is supposed to be a beast on a leash. Yes, civilized, so you can walk in a room and mingle with the other people. Right?
Right.
So you can be accepted in your society. But a man, when it's time, should be the most ruthless, deadliest thing on this planet, especially when it comes to protecting his woman, his home, and his cubs. Which one are you? Because I understand you only have civilians in a wartime situation. You only have civilians in a wartime situation. Our people don't understand we at war and y'all don't even know it. Y'all think it's another day to go to Six Flags. Take care of yourself first. Self-preservation is evident. If you're not alive, you can't affect nothing. Figure it out. Shouldn't nobody be able to come and snuff your life and you scared to fight for yourself for the fact you might sit in the jail? Oh, well, sit your ass in jail. I'm ready to die for my life. What you willing to do? I ain't gonna give it away to you. You're gonna have to take it. Take care of your family because they all you got. Your girl gonna be the one helping your creaky ass out the bed. Take care of your girl. Raise your kids to know better, not to be no pussies out in these streets. I ain't saying be no bad person, but don't be no pussy out in these streets. And I guarantee y'all everything else will take care of itself. Stop being pussy. Goddamn new millennium kids, boy. Get it together. It's your boy Ricky Williams. I'm out.
I was trying to keep a straight face for the longest. Yo, Ricky Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams, man. Y'all been a hell of an audience tonight. Y'all been a hell of a panel. Hey, yo, I'm going to tell you, my man Ricky said, I only want to say two things. I started counting.
15, 30, 37.
He had a whole bunch of things saying. I love it. I'm here for all of it. Yo, thank y'all again for pulling up, man. Should be your boy Marq Nash. As always, the guest will get the last word. I'll be back on Friday, 10 o'clock. Gonna do some music. You know how we do it, independent music spotlight. But also, we're not gonna let this conversation go, man. We still gonna keep the pressure on and till we try to get some fundamental change, right? So yeah, man. With that said, man, you already know. I see you, D-Ray. You already know what I'm about to say. Remember, dreams require sleep. Goals require effort. Go out there and get your goals. And you can get that hoodie at marqnash.com. I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.
This that squad sound.